little shoes and walk among the groups of two. It's not ideal, it's just how we feel. It's a shame we're easily amused. The only cure for this forward motion is to make emotion fly away. The air is cold, but the water's not frozen. I see ripples rolling every day. Cast a stone and get a hardcore view. Catchphrase of the day is that it's true. There's no coffee talk and only one way to please. It's a shame what you do moves me. The only cure for this forward motion is to make emotion fly away.
Hey, everybody!
Hey,
Woo! It's the birthday stream!
It's
Yay!
birthday stream.
Happy
Birthday.
birthday, Lynn!
Yay! Thank you! Oh, I'm so excited to see everybody here. Oh my gosh, we got so many people here already. It's crazy.
I
All right, hold on.
know.
Let me go back. They've been talking a lot. Let's see. Walt is here. Hi, Walt. Thank you so much. That one time
Hey,
I was
Walt.
abducted by aliens. Oh, I love you guys too. If you want to join,
Hey,
please feel
Walt.
free. Anybody who wants to
Mhm.
join is more than welcome. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. That looks like Rita Hayworth. Maybe it's Lynn disguised as Rita
It's
Hayworth.
Lynn.
I am
It's
Mother F
Edwin.
and Dave TV. Simon, I'm saying happy birthday back to you. Well, hey, how's it going?
You too. That odd
You
you
too.
too.
Hey, Andy. Andy is still awake. Yay, yay.
Hey.
Hey, K-Man 847. It's already starting tonight, guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much for the birthday wishes. It's so nice. Hi, Mark. How are you? Mr. Catfish 2100, you're depressed today. Oh no. Well, hopefully we can
Sorry.
cheer you up a little bit. Hi,
think
Fap.
we
How are
can do
you?
that.
Oh, Lordy Fap.
Fab.
Hey,
Did
Dr.
Fab
Chris is
start?
here. Look at that.
Hey,
Who? Oh,
I'll say hi to everybody.
Hey,
There's so
Chad
many.
Smith. How are you? Oh, look, Enzo's also here. Nice.
oh, I hate that guy. Come on.
Hey, Enzo.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy, that Enzo.
He doesn't
We
shut
like
up.
Enzo.
I love it. The Josh and Artemis show. Yay. Jump on anytime, guys. You're more than welcome. You know, Mysteria Dragonheart, Bitches of Ufology here and ready to party. Yes. Boof on in the house. Oh my gosh. I love
Yeah.
it. Let's see. Where else? So, let's see. Oh, Lee from First Floor Audio is here. Hey, Lee. How's it going?
Yay.
Born to fly.
Hey,
Thank you,
Lee.
young one. Look at you. Look at you with the sweet talk. Hey, Cindy. How are you? Dave Hurley's also here. Wonderful. Oh,
Ripples.
hello, Dorothy.
Hey, Dorothy.
Let's see. Rob. I'm not sure if I said hi to you already or not, but hi, Rob. If I didn't, I'm in my upper falsetto voice. Hey, Vinzer. Welcome. The I Believe podcast. You got my good. Oh,
Cool.
good. You got your book. Yes. For those of you that haven't heard, because I haven't put it out on Twitter yet, if you weren't here this morning, we're going to be doing a book club. First book is Skinwalkers at the Skinwalkers at the Pentagon, right? Is that the name of it? That's the name of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Cassie. How are you? Let's see. Do we have everybody?
Big Willie's here.
Big Willie's here.
Big
Where?
Willie. Big Billy Willie. Big
Big
Willie.
Willie's here. Oh, and my mom is here, everyone. My mom. Hey, Mom.
Yay!
What's up?
Mom.
So nice. Elena, how are you? Thank you so
Awesome.
much for being here. YJ Overlander, thank you so much for being here. Where did I miss Big Billy Willie? Where is he?
He snuck in like a ninja. It's like
Yeah,
Big Willie. Just
Big Willie, hey. I'm sorry, I don't
Big
see
Willie.
you. yet, but I will see you. I will see you. But hi, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Ange, thank you so much for being here as well. Oh my goodness.
Let's
Shelly,
see.
thank you so much. You got 2
Me.
cakes. Yes, I did.
Let's
I did. Dave
see.
Hurley's cake and my cake. We actually did have 2 cakes.
Did you see that Cat's here? Cat's here.
I didn't. Where's Cat?
Cat
How am I
1137.
I
Cat.
wonder if I'm behind you, or are you looking at me scrolling?
I
Am I
went
missing-
scrolling back through the
Oh, okay. Yes,
YouTube
there we
chat
go.
just to make sure we
Cat.
caught everybody. Kitty cat.
Okay, I think I haven't caught up with you yet. Typical Watch, how are you? There's Big Willie. There he is.
Oh.
There's a good looking panel. Well, your eyes are working, my friend. They are, in fact, working. I didn't forget you, Mom. I said hi. I just hadn't gotten to you.
Hi, Mom.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Lynn's mom. See, there you go. You got people saying hi to you now. Oh my goodness. Deanna's Vlogs and more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, I think I'm caught up. If I didn't see you, I'm so sorry. But hi, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I just didn't see you, and I'm so sorry. But hello, Enzo and Chris. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining me. So
Yes.
excited.
Thanks for
This, I think,
having
is
us.
probably the first show that my mom has ever watched.
Oh my gosh.
Have to be in our good behavior.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And you can see where I get my humility from.
You would not be here without me. Yes, Mom. Mom should jump on.
Hey! What's
How
up,
are
guys?
you?
What's up, Enzo? What's up, Takashi Chris?
Honey.
How are you?
Good. How
Oh.
are you guys?
Good.
Hi, Hatch
You look-
61. Hi, Nino.
Nino's here.
Nino's
Nino.
here. Yeah, Nino just got here.
Nino. We
Nice,
love
nice,
Nino.
nice. Oh, Vera Ray's here too. Hi, Vera Ray. We will have fun. We will have fun because you guys are all here
Yes.
with us.
Oh my
How is everyone
gosh.
tonight? Amy, you're just like, man, you're on a roll tonight. You just got done with Alien Addict, right?
I did. It was fun. Yeah,
Was it fun?
I did. It was fun. That show's so fun. They do such a good job over there. Yeah.
That's awesome. I think Rich said he was going to try and stop by too. So hopefully.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. And then
Nice.
Josh and Artemis are supposed to be coming by too. I saw them in the chat, so they'll be here. And if Jamie and Bree can hear me, you guys can come too. So anyone who wants to.
Are they on the chat?
They were earlier. I saw them like right at the beginning. So the link is pinned at the top. If anybody wants to join us, you guys are more than welcome. We're just
Yeah.
hanging out and having fun tonight. Woo! So what'd you guys do today? Anything
Music.
fun? Anything exciting?
I didn't. I worked.
You and I talked most of the day.
Yeah, we
Oh,
talked.
You were scheming.
talked.
That's what you were doing.
Yes.
Scheming for
Swatting out, the
strategy.
Utah, swatting out that
Strategy.
Utah course.
It's
Yep.
strategizing.
Strategizing.
Strategizing. They're trying to figure out, it's like, what hotel, what day to go in, when to do the Blind Frog Ranch tour, which I'm really excited about.
I know, me too. And thank you everyone who has donated to the Utah Fund today for my birthday and up until this point. You guys are awesome. Awesome. I definitely have
Thank
enough
you.
to get the ticket now. Now we just need to get the airfare set up. Just gotta get the airfare.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Somebody just popped in. Oh my God. Are
Who
y'all
is
ready for this?
No.
I'm ready for this.
ready for this?
Who is it?
My mom is
Da-da-da.
here.
Hey.
Hi, Mom.
How are you? Look at you.
See you.
Can you hear me? I don't know.
We can
Oh,
hear
good
you.
Lord. I just wanted to say hi, happy birthday, and I love you. And
you
I'm glad
too.
you got all your friends. I'm not going to stay on. I've got to take care of the dogs, but bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll take y'all.
Oh, she's
got
so
it.
cute.
She's better than I am with text.
So cute.
I had
Your
so
mom's
many embarrassing
adorable.
questions to ask about your childhood.
Oh my God. You had him like already lined up, like ready
Oh
to
my
ask
God.
her. Take out the photo albums, Mom.
Don't say that. She'll come back on. She'll be like, wait, what? What? Here
It's
I
a
come.
show and
Here I
tell.
come back.
Now I'm coming back.
Oh, your
Embarrassing
connection's
questions
suddenly
about
bad,
Lynn?
Mom.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what song she was conceived to. I'll tell you it all. I'll tell you it all.
Funny.
Moms.
Oh, Oh my God. Elena, hi.
Oh my
Is she
god.
new enough to
there.
change her name to Lynn's mom? When
I know, I
Oh,
saw that.
yeah,
Right?
I know, right?
That was
She
so
knew,
cute.
That
yes.
was funny.
Hey, Grandmaster UV, thank you so much.
Who
Oh my
else is out
gosh.
there?
I can't believe my mom came on. That's so funny.
That's so awesome. Your mom's
like it.
cool.
That's very cool.
Well, speaking of cool parents, your parents, did they start their podcast yet, or is that this
Oh,
week?
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You
Come
guys
on,
are
give
so
it-
excited. They're so excited about it.
So cute.
We went over to the house. My dad set up a whole freaking room. All like his studio. It's really nice. He's got like all the big lights, and he bought a new little computer. So I'm showing him StreamYard. They got a logo. They're gonna be up and running soon, and I can't wait.
awesome.
It's gonna be really cool. Yeah. So my mom and him are gonna sit down. And they're gonna do like grandkid of the day or something. Have like seniors send in
Cute.
the pictures of their grandkids. They don't want to talk about politics.
Aw.
They just kind of want to talk about
Yeah.
what's it like to be a senior, and yeah, so it'll be fun when that launches. I hope
Good.
they'll come on my show when we launch it, but they kind of want to stay away from the alien thing.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't your dad make that concrete alien you have in your garage right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just wants a
he made
profession. Yeah, he made that. Yeah, no, it's not that he's anti-alien. I just don't think they want to be associated with the alien, now that they're going to be out
with
there,
people like this.
Yeah, they
yeah.
just
Like us.
Good idea. Good idea.
Like us.
they want to
That's okay.
make sure we're different. So I mean, it'll be cool because it'll be a totally different show.
That's awesome.
Interesting. It'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. I think they're going to do great. I'm going to help them get to where they need to be for sure, just because I think it's such a cool thing to do when you're retired too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to hear them kind of go down their same path. It's hilarious. It's like non-aliens, but
Good morning, seniors.
good morning, seniors. Yeah.
I love that so much. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Are they going to have the first audio intro tune just for them?
They have their own song that they've
Aw.
they've purchased the copyright to. They're very serious about this. They have the copyright to the
Wow,
logo.
sounds like it.
They're doing, yeah, like it's legit production. I mean, yeah, they got this going, so I'm excited for them.
That's
That sounds
awesome.
great.
That is awesome. Oh my
So
gosh.
funny.
Are you going to keep it a secret then, where we could go and watch these?
No, I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
force them to come on the show because I'm like, no, guys, there's like people who will watch the show.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get people to watch your channels and to watch your
Mhm.
shows. Like, people put stuff on the internet and then they're like, Amy, why didn't anybody watch my video? And any of us know how hard it is to get people to watch your stuff.
Yeah.
People think you're gonna
Yeah.
post something and everyone's gonna see it, and like,
Right.
no, man, you think like your neighbor's gonna see it? No, probably not.
Aw.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh. Everybody's coming in all at
wow.
once. Give it a watch.
Fun road.
Too fun,
Nice. How is everybody? Oh,
Oh
my
my
gosh. I'm so
God.
excited. You're all here.
Happy birthday!
You scared
Happy
Amy off.
birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Lynn.
Thank you, guys.
So good to see you.
I'm good.
So nice to
No,
see
we're not.
you all too.
Dufon Roach. I love it.
I just threw that in
Love
there.
it.
I
Love
threw it
it.
in for Lynn. Dufon.
Dufon. I know. That's why I was like, I'm laughing.
Well, everybody
appreciate
asks me, they're like, what does Dufon mean? And I'm like, dudes of ufology, dicks of ufology, douchebags of ufology. There's so many different ways you can go.
So many.
So many
Yeah.
different ways.
So many great
Yeah,
options.
so many versions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on the time
When
of
you-
day or
when
the
you get-
type of day. Yeah.
When you
That's
get to
true.
degenerate, then that's when I'll speak up.
Degenerate. There you go. Another D. Man, there's a lot of D words, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I got a question for Alien Girl.
Oh,
It's about dino
Shoot.
beavers.
Oh, I'm not the expert on dino beavers.
Yeah, I was the one you were talking to about it. on
Oh,
the show this
fudge. Oh, are you quizzing me on the dino beavers?
No,
Oh,
no. I'm open to it. I just thought I never heard of it. And
Are you the I Believe podcast?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, now I get it.
So,
Cool.
so the reason it stuck out to me is I used to make custom furniture before I started YouTube. I got out of the Navy and I was like, I need to do something. And so I made furniture and I was doing really good. And this hair salon lady comes in and she offers this full body salon thing. and she said she needed a steamer. And I'm like, a steamer? And it would look like a toilet, and they put a diffuser under you so you could sit on it and diffuse your parts down there. And yeah, I never heard of it. And she called it a beaver steamer. And then you said Dino Beaver. And I was just like, it just threw me through a loop. I was like, what?
I think the Dino Beavers did
that kind of
for
channel?
everyone.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see if I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you some specifics so that we can lay this to rest.
Oh, you're the I Believe podcast. I literally just sent you a message saying because you started following, I think me or us. Our channel.
On Instagram.
I sent you a message on Twitter. I think. Yeah. Oh, on Instagram too. You followed us?
Yeah, I assumed you found me. I don't know. I was trying to find all the channels I could because I'm so new in the community. I didn't really know where to go.
That's what we do too. We try to just find like just different people that we've either like kind of recognize their names or whatever, and just try to connect with new people around the community and just try to grow it that way too. It's good.
Yeah, definitely.
But mine more comes from the not knowing anything subject and just trying to learn like what you all like for people just to watch me figure it out and try to figure it out.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I come from because I just had my first experience this year, and where I was like, and that's like that picture I put on my Twitter. I think Lynn, you've seen it, and and I put it on Sean Chasing the Truth with Sean G. I think I put it on his channel, or he posted it for me, and then I started looking into stuff. And then I'm like, wow, what about this? What about this? And then every morning, like Lynn talks about, she brought up Nazis on the moon. And I'm like, what? And so everything is just fresh information to me. And so I try just to get my reaction to it. But,
that's very cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
There's
well, a lot of people are in that
perspective, you know.
Yeah, definitely. So people can learn with you because people are all the time, people are new to this subject, right? So teenagers.
The look, Lynn's like
every time. I tell them when I'm doing this.
I'm on the air.
Do you mind? No.
Oh God.
She probably has her earbuds in and can't even hear anything.
What was it your daughter's? She said about you? You're semi-famous, or what was it?
Oh, she called me. What did you say that I was? A micro niche celebrity or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a way to bring the ego, like. And everyone can hear you.
What she said?
She said, "Why are you talking about me?"
Then I'm seeing the comments from Dave Hurley on the chat. We're getting all perspectives of this situation.
They don't give a shit.
It's in the background. Lynn on screen. Dave Hurley on chat.
Well, it doesn't like the first. I don't know if I told you this, Amy, but a couple of months ago, or wait, how long have I had? Well, no, because I was on SOR before, right? Duh. But a couple months ago, I was listening to your show, and I was driving her to the train station, like I have to do every morning. And I think it was like, it was probably like maybe 3 months ago or something. And I came on, and it was like one of the earlier times that I had come on the morning show, and you were like, "Oh my God, Lynn Wallington's here!" And everybody started saying, "Hey, Lynn," in the chat. And she's like, "Why do they even know you?" And I was just like,
like people give a fuck.
Like, how do they know who you are?
My kids think it's cool that we're on YouTube, but I mean they're like 3 and 5, so they're like, "Oh, that's cool. You're gonna work on YouTube when I'm older. Can I work on YouTube?"
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, this is like
Do they think all adults are on YouTube then?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe. But she's like, "Can I go on YouTube when I'm older?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Oh, that's cool.
Like if you still want to.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's kids her age literally like who make videos like with their parents and stuff, but of them just playing with toys and things like that. And like kids love watching that. It's insane.
Yes.
And it's just like kids playing with like Elsa and Anna and whatever. It's really funny.
Well, yeah, there's that kid who gets paid like loads of money for reviewing toys.
Reviewing toys.
Yeah. You know, he's like the highest earning star on YouTube. He just reviews toys, I think. But
they send them toys.
I know. I really should put my kids to work. I don't know what I'm doing.
Do it.
Ryan is the number
like
one top earner.
Get some food put back in the fridge.
Tens of thousands live viewers for like a Minecraft game that little kids are playing.
Yes,
It's
that
like,
PewDiePie guy. He's got the most views or the most subscribers. Isn't that what he
Right.
does? He plays play Minecraft. He plays
he
Minecraft.
plays all
He
kinds
used
of
to
games.
play everything, but yeah, he's kind of there's so many new ones, and it's like, I mean, there's so many views, and I'm going, what are you getting out of this? Anything long term? No. Okay, cool. Then my son passes by. He's 22, and he's like, "Mother, really?" My God, whatever. Take your
mine.
judgment over there. Just take your judgment somewhere else.
I feel your pain.
Like, I'm
I
just
feel your
gonna.
pain.
Sorry.
My kids are like, "You're doing another show." Ugh. Like, it
No.
impedes upon their lives.
Yeah. And it's about what? Yeah.
Yeah.
About that.
No, mine don't even ask that. They're just like, oh, great. Bye, Willie. Thank you so much for
Bye,
taking
Willie.
Bye.
Bye, Willie.
Bye, Bill.
Oh my
I keep
God.
calling him Billy
Billy
Willie.
Willie.
I can't.
You're
This-
combining
you
Big Willie.
started that. You
That's it.
started. It was Billy.
Hey, Lynn, you should get one of those-
Billy
You should get one of those cakes, like the Is It Cake show. Have you seen that?
No?
can make-
Oh,
I love
yes,
that
yes,
show.
yes.
Yeah.
I saw
Great.
like an
Oh,
episode of
I
it.
recently saw that.
They
I
could
felt like
definitely
I
make you a
talked
cool
about it.
like UFO
Fun.
cakes or something.
It's like,
Oh my God. Can you
so much
imagine?
more
That would be
comedic-y.
amazing.
and because
Oh,
they
yeah.
look so realistic that some don't look like the cake
Aw.
whatsoever.
That's the one where they have to
Good.
choose like which
Some
ones are
people-
cake, right? And which ones
That-
aren't.
it's
Like,
honestly
chameleon thing.
art. Like it's so crazy.
It is so
Cool.
crazy.
What is it,
Yeah.
like a show just on YouTube?
I think it's I don't know. Is it a
It's
show?
on
I
Netflix.
saw
It's on
like an
Netflix.
ad or something
On
for it.
Netflix. Yeah.
But it looked really
On
cool.
Netflix.
Or like a clip of it or
Netflix.
something.
Check it out.
I just found that
Yeah.
one, and I found another one today on Amazon. It has James Brolin in it, and it's like a western. And
Oh, it's about like the sci-fi one.
yeah, it looks
well.
like there's like a hole in
Yeah.
his farm, and
Yeah.
like his
I
neighbors
can't
are trying
remember
to
the
take
name
it,
of it.
and the government's trying to take it from him.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but
Mhm.
someone else was talking about that today too.
And
But
I'm like,
it's
yeah,
weird.
I was like, is it a wormhole? Like, what is the hole?
Oh my gosh.
Well, some things you have to figure out yourself, I suppose.
Make sure it's the right hole. Make sure it's the right hole as well.
Where's this gonna go now? Here we go.
The
This
literal
always
rabbit
happens
hole.
to me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes, of course, the rabbit hole.
Yeah, the rabbit
That's
hole.
what we
I'm
meant.
talking about.
That's what she meant. Yeah, that's what she was referring
Yeah.
to. Get your mind out of the gutter, people.
Of course.
We're gonna have
Of
another
course
It's
it was.
going great. I'll go with that one.
Oh,
Aw, love you too, Randall. Oh, so nice. Okay,
He was
so
asking
guys,
if you should
I
get
saw this
pie
thing.
instead because you
What's
know
that?
pie. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just said because it's Randall. He said he asked if he should get a pie instead because you know pie.
I know
He
pie?
said- yeah, he said it in like a little
no
comment,
pie.
like a little bit above. the
Oh,
last
okay, yeah,
one.
because he was talking about cake. Yeah, because I know
Yeah.
pie. I know. I know what. Okay, yeah, I'll be back going to get. Oh, he's really going to get some cake.
Careful.
All right.
Careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
wow.
All
right.
That's
Committed.
That, that show's
Better
called.
he has like a
Where's the
massive
tree?
thing now for cake, so he has.
Yeah,
to
that
go.
show's called Outer Range.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Rain.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
new
another
episode
one.
every Friday. It says
That's Netflix, you said?
Prime Video.
Ah, cool.
So
Check that out.
what the only thing that sucks about that is on Prime is they release episode by episode. They don't just drop like a whole season.
Yeah.
And I like to binge watch. You know,
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So you either have to wait like
Yeah.
the whole season then.
right?
I think you're going to find most of the streaming services going to the single episode thing because
Yeah, that is
That-
more common now.
it generates more buzz. People will talk about it during the
Yeah.
week and things like that. Whereas if they just dump it all out there, there is no buzz because nobody wants to ruin the show. If you binge watch all of it the first night it drops, you don't know if the person you're talking to has seen any of it or only like
Yeah.
halfway. So there's no natural chatter or buzz on social media, or even there's actually shows just like this that do nothing but talk about shows like that are on streaming, and they all hate that binge model for that very reason.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Sense.
Plus it probably just helps with like promote that people take a break from TV and like can't sit there and binge watch an entire season. They have to kind of wait and maybe move on or go do something else and like I don't know, exercise or see the light of day sometimes.
Well, some
Yeah.
people like
Here and
some
there.
people enjoy the
Go
suspense.
bowling. Ooh, we should go bowling.
It might help with analytics too, like the analytics of.
Oh, definitely.
If you ran out of shows to watch, you're going to settle for this show over here and just binge watch it. But if your show's really good, are you going to wait for next week and wait and stick with it?
Yeah,
definitely. And like Enzo said, it will create more of a buzz and like more anticipation. Like especially if the end of an episode has like a cliffhanger or whatever, like, people
like
are
Game
going
of Thrones.
to get so much more excited.
Yeah, Game of Thrones,
be, like,
Walking
dying
Dead,
for that
those
next episode.
cliffhangers is what kept you. It was like a bounce back.
Yeah.
It would just keep bringing you back.
Especially those shows that have like a sci-fi or a mystery concept with it, where you can get people like us that's what our show is about. That we'll sit there and speculate and guess what it could be. And well, remember back 2 episodes ago, they mentioned this, that could be what they're talking about. There's all this speculation that can go into it, which gets more people talking about it, which makes more people more interested because other people are interested. So I think in the long run, because it's mostly just Netflix, I think, that still goes for the dump everything at once model.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're probably, if they're going to want to be competitive with the other streaming services, they're gonna kind of have to do that. I think if they're producing their own content.
Yeah. Hi, Spooky. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
so nice. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think Netflix actually has done like a couple of their shows like that, and it's usually the shows that I want to watch, and I'm just why are you doing me like that, Netflix? Man. Because I can sit there and watch the whole thing. I'm not one of those people that needs to exercise or see the light of day. I don't need that.
Doesn't
Obviously,
Disney
I'm not either,
Plus
so.
like
Especially
Disney
in the winter,
does a little bit of a combo?
Yeah, I think so. So Dave Hurley and I watched this thing today, guys, and I have it queued up to show you part of it because I really want to get your opinion on it and see what you guys think. So so you know how we've had like the Bob Lazar like lost tapes coming out? Well, it just kind of showed up on our YouTube, you know, like what is it called? Where they like suggest things for you.
Algorithm or your own
recommendations.
Yes, recommendations. Yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Kat. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Everybody's been so sweet. Thank you. So this guy, he's like I don't know if he's a psychologist. I'm not sure who he is. I've never seen him before, but he knows body language. And so he was looking at the Joe Rogan interview with Bob Lazar and studying Bob's body language to see if he could tell if Bob was being truthful or dishonest. It was really interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to show you part of it if you guys are up for seeing it.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Okay, hold on. Let me
to talk about Bob.
Let me find it really quick.
Bob Lazar.
Alien Go, you were just talking about Bob on Alien Addict.
Yeah, we were for like 2 hours straight. I know, I got passionate.
Really?
It was great.
Really enjoyed that stream.
Really good though.
There's a lot of great questions. It's one of those things you could just talk for hours and hours and hours about. There's a lot of information that needs to be tracked down about Bob Lazar. There isn't enough. There's documents out there that could prove what the hell is going on there, but that's another thing.
Yeah, it's not black and white with enough for sure.
It's true though. That shit's got to be documented somewhere. We need to figure it out.
Okay. All right. Well, this guy's got it figured out. Are you ready? You ready for this? Plus, I dig that he has a bow tie on and he's got like tattoo sleeves.
That's so hot.
I was going to say, right? is that part of his body language thing? It's like they'll take me more seriously if I have this bow tie.
He's on the man.
I know. All right.
So, Rogan asked him about the first time he saw a UFO. He talks about that particular moment when he talks about the saucer or the UFO. The word that he says, he does a very strong eye block. Very, very strong eye block. Now, this is the key. That does not mean he's lying. What it means is he's trying to block out an image. To block out the image, you've got to have an image in there that you're trying to block out. Follow me? If there was nothing there, the eye block wouldn't have come. The fact is that there was something there. I do believe he saw that UFO, and that's why you've got the eye block. Remember, it's an autonomous reaction, and you wouldn't have blocked that out if you hadn't have seen it. If you hadn't have seen the UFO, there'll be nothing to block out.
Plus, I love his accent.
From an eye block perspective, on this specific behaviour, that to me gives an indication that he has indeed seen something, and it, for me, he's
from Sunderland in the UK. I can tell.
And gone around the normal double door.
Love how you know that.
This time that I went in, there were hangar doors open.
I went into the hangar door, and in the hangar door was the disc.
Again, here we've got Bob back to his normal. Joe asked a question about, the reactor. He's trying to get some more details about the reactor. But Bob's just...
Okay, so hold on, let me get back so we can talk about that part. I mean, there's so much more. It's so good. But like, that's kind of a cool concept though, right? Like if he so he's talking about like when he closed his eyes, and he wouldn't be doing that unless he had the image in his head, which is really interesting. What do you guys think of that?
Like when you,
Well, I think Bob's lying for sure.
All right, let's hear it. I want to know why. Tell me about the lies. I want to know about the lies.
Well, do you think all
the way
of
she
it's
just
a
looked
lie,
at you was
or
like,
just
about the
part?
lies?
How about
Bob,
that?
yeah, I mean, we just talked about it before.
We did, but you still said you didn't just say.
Artemis didn't know.
I mean, you said you want to believe him, but you're very skeptical.
I said I want to believe Bob,
then we said that.
I said I want to believe him, but I think he's lying. That's what I thought.
What makes you know he's lying, Josh?
Well, I don't know he's lying. It's just there's no evidence to what he said. The fact that he owned 2 brothels, I think that brings into question his character for me.
Okay. Wait. He did not own 2 brothels. I looked into it. There's no official documentations for that. I was like, okay, Rich, they own 2 brothels. I Googled it right after. I love you, Rich. Get me the information. But I have yet to see anything that says that he owned 2 brothels. I just want to clarify
I've
that.
definitely seen something there with the brothels.
Send me
I'll try and find it,
info.
Amy. I'll try and find it for you.
Because I try to, stay in what's actually happening. And I didn't see that anywhere. But anyway, sorry.
That's okay.
I need to stop talking about UFOs.
I know.
No.
It's bizarre. Like,
We're
that Rogan interview is the most convincing story that I've heard, but it's too good to be true for me. There's just something about it which it's just too good to be true for me, that story.
I kind of like Enzo's point, because I was going down the same path. It's like, why there might be some things that don't make sense, but there's a lot of things that he shared that when we saw a lot of the videos, it's like, and the timing, does it have to be 100% that every single thing they've ever done is true, and 100% proven? So I think that somewhere in the middle of it, he's got something. Don't know how he got it. He knows something.
Right. I think that he probably did work at S4, but his job might not have been what he's saying it is, if that makes sense. So he probably knows what S4 is and knows about Area 51. But if his job was to work on crashed craft or UFOs, then I'm not sure if that's what his role was. There's been like Mellon, Chris, what's he called again?
Christopher Mellon.
Yeah, he came out and said that, from what he's heard, Bob Lazar basically worked there, but he was like a security guard or something.
Yeah, he was a radiation specialist or tracker, and he had a badge, but I think he was through a contractor. People said he was through. I'm trying to get all this info.
There's just so many weird details. There's just not enough there for me to say that he's telling the truth. But I really want to believe Bob, 100% I do. But we just need to see more, I guess.
I'll have to admit there are a lot of elements of it that don't make a lot of sense to me, but there are elements of it that's probably how it would work. If you've got several different types of captured craft that you're trying to back engineer, they probably all have at least similar stuff. So you probably all have them all in a big giant hangar where you can compare part A on one type, one race to another. I'm sure the physics would still be the same for all of them, if they're all similar drives and so forth. And also, like, the thing that I always used to get hung up on him is, okay, he built a jet engine into the back of his car, and he did some other, Emmett Brown, Back to the Future kind of experiments in the garage stuff. Cool. Don't know that means you're qualified to look at a 0 point energy producing thing from another planet. But to be fair, there are things where, they throw the experts at it. The experts have I'm trained on this, and this is what they're narrowly focused on. Sometimes you do need to bring that outside expert that doesn't know any of that. Their field is something else, and because they don't have that narrow field of view, they can look at something as like, well, what about this? And it's that thinking outside the box kind of mentality. And I think Bob described it as, they pull it off of the shelf every 20 years as our technology and science improves, and give the next guy a crack at it, kind of thing. Which, if you put it in perspective, if Columbus were, to have left Spain in search of the New World, and as soon as he made landfall, he found a crashed F-22 and was able to cobble all the parts together and bring it back to Spain and say, look at this miraculous thing I found. How long would it take from 1492 to when that they could rebuild it? It would take a long time. And to be honest, the technology gap where we are now and whatever it takes to fly these things around is probably not that dissimilar. It's actually probably even wider. So you probably would get the experts that would come in and like, yeah, I don't know. And you'd have to invite somebody. Okay, we'll take the rocket car guy. We'll give him a shot at it. I could see that as outside the box thinking is how I could see that. That doesn't justify any of it or anything like that. But in my head, I could sort of see where that would be a possibility.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You're muted.
The government has muted me. No, I'm just kidding. It was just me. That's what I believe, Bob. I believe Bob. You know why? Because Jim Goodall believes Bob. So
yes, Lynn. Yes,
yeah.
Me too.
Well, Jim's a friend. They're friends. So, and he believes
Jim
him.
Goodall.
He's known him for years.
Right.
Actually, he met Bob right before Bob went to go interview for the contractor position at S4. So, and at that point in time, he said, Bob was saying that, like, oh yeah, people are saying stuff about UFOs and like being there or whatever, or he'd heard a rumor or something like that, and Bob Lazar was making fun of it. He was just like, no, that's baloney. Like, that's ridiculous.
I think the inconsistencies are too little. I don't think there's enough inconsistencies to say that he's faking it. I think a lot of the stuff that people track down is speculation. And I think there's a lot of it's interesting because it's even to be skeptical, you have to be like, I believe it's not real. And I think that's a lot of what's going on, because there's just, when I hear stuff like Jim Goodall knew, when I hear stuff like that, when and I hear him talking about them throwing his W-2 in the shredder, and Jim Goodall seeing some government official throwing Bob Lazar's W-2 in the shredder and laughing. Okay, this changes my perspective, but God, that's the thing about all of this, is you go back and forth, but
we'll just hearsay at the end of the day as well. That's the thing. It's who do you want, whose story do you want to believe at the end of the day? That's literally all it is for me. And it's and until we actually get this smoking gun proof that Bob Lazar did what he did, then I can't be on board with it.
But Josh, lack of proof does not disprove it either.
That's true. That's true.
So if we're gonna follow consistencies, right? What about a flying saucer in Roswell? Do you think that could have been real? Are you Roswell?
I do believe the Roswell crash was real, but what crashed, I don't know. There's a lot of theories around you've got like the flying saucer. You've got, I think it's Annie Jacobson who did the Area 51 book. She claims that it's Stalin sent some deformed people in this experimental craft and crashed it in Roswell. That's another theory. Right. But the thing about Roswell, we were talking about this a few days ago, that they've known since then what this stuff is. That's what the conspiracy is, the fact that they've said it's unidentified this whole time, if that makes sense. They've known since that thing crashed if it's human or non-human. 100%.
Right.
So that's what the psyop is for me. It's the fact that they're saying that it's unidentified when it's not, In terms of in terms of that side of things, I really don't know. But something crashed there. I just don't know what it is. That's all I'm saying.
So you think it was a weather balloon?
Spooky said was legit.
Yeah.
What Spooky said, every person is at a different stage of what they'll accept than the next person. Yeah.
Because I've noticed since I just started looking into this like 2 months ago. That's it. That's how new I am, and everything is just going. And I've noticed depending
a lot to
there's some things everybody agrees on, and then everything else is like they'll believe one person believes this, but not this.
Yeah.
And then, but there's some stories they both believe in, and it's interesting as you're new because you're trying to decipher like what to watch.
Yeah.
So I've already found channels that I started watching, and then I found your channel and other channels. I'm like, I don't watch that channel no more. It's weird because I'm more like, I'm more fall into what I'm hearing over here than over there. So
and it's good that actually to watch a lot of that wide range. That's actually great because every person here, every person in the chat, every person on YouTube and Twitter and everywhere else, we all have our personal line that we believe up to that point. It's like, okay, that's a little too far going to that next level, whatever it is. And it's a very individual thing because for the most part, for all of this, for all of these topics, and you know, personally, I believe that, like with Skinwalker Ranch as the example, all these different, it's not 100 different things all happen, your cryptids and paranormal stuff, all these things. I feel it's sort of more connected somehow at its root. Not everybody believes that, and that's fine. But that's when you start going down that road, there's not a lot of physical documented proof for a lot of this. So there is a lot of belief in it, which with, to put it another, it's, you have a little bit of faith in some of these stories and some of these tales and, legends and everything else of what to believe and what not to believe. The important thing I feel is to be extremely open-minded about all of it, because I feel the actual truth of if aliens are from another planet or another dimension or another time, or they've been here all along and just been hidden, whatever the truth is, I think that truth is going to be so bananas compared to what we're thinking right now that it's going to blow everybody's mind. So it's important to kind of at least hear everybody out is what I'm saying. So,
and the journey to get there is fun too.
It is
trying to figure it out.
I enjoy a well-told tale, no matter who's saying it.
Well, there's certain things I never really got into. I mean, I had kind of dismissed them as, no, these things are not real. Like, giants was one example before, Hugh Newman. And before I was looking at elongated skulls, I was like, oh, there's a couple of skulls here and there. And then I'm like, ooh, there's so much more. But it's like, if you have that bias ahead of time and just say, no, I don't believe this, and don't even slightly look at it, you have no idea what you're not, what you're missing. Yeah. So, and after looking at giants, there is a lot of stuff about it, and it's all over the place, and it's widespread. And I'm like, oh my god! When I thought it was like 4 skulls that somebody found in Peru, that wasn't it. Yeah. So,
no, there's the 2 brothers. There's the 2 brothers from Massachusetts, the Master Masons.
Yes.
Dude, we got giants.
Got
giants, kid.
Got giants.
They're awesome.
It usually boils down to somebody that you trust, or at least believe enough in that you're willing to listen to them and give them the benefit of the doubt that if they, like for me, I used to think Bigfoot was just tall tales and nonsense and stuff like that. I've never seen anything like that or anything. That's a little outside of my experience, of course. But I'm a big fan of Les Stroud, who does the Survivor Man TV show. Big fan of that show. And a couple of years ago, he came out with a series of shows saying Bigfoot, real or not real. And his ending conclusion was he felt it's at least possible for, even if you're just going to say it's some lost hominid or an ape or whatever, it's possible for something like that to survive out in some of these areas. It's possible. And it's like, this guy's like the survival expert. If he thinks it's at least within the realm of possibility, who am I to say is wrong? So that kind of led me into, and of course, the tales, splinter out exponentially from there, but at least was the foot in the door for me to at least accept, okay, the basic premise that this creature exists is possible.
Right.
So it all depends on who you listen to and whether you believe or not, really.
Yeah,
that trust level.
And with me, that list keeps getting smaller and smaller each week. So it gets hard.
That's true too.
It just gets harder and harder to know who to trust these days. But you're right. You do have to look at like every single case, every single person, and try and speak to as many different people as like you can to base your opinions, really. But it is hard because there's so many options as to what this could be. And like Enzo said, it's probably going to be something we haven't even thought of yet. And it's going to be something even stranger than what we've actually talked about so far. So, yeah, like all the options are on the table for me, but I just need to see more proof, I guess, So it's just hard, especially when you've looked at it for like a long time and things like that. And you just keep getting led down the garden path to something you think's true. And then it just turns out to be like a load of shit. And you just got to start again. And it just gets frustrating after a while. So yeah,
but then
Dufon, you need a lot of patience for this game too.
Yeah. And then I was going to say too, Josh, like after a while, the more you realize, like the more you learn and you keep going with a particular subject, what you thought was a load of shit, you'll realize, oh, maybe there was a little bit of truth to that. And then it leads you down another path, and just like layers and layers and layers in this field, which makes it really fun. But
exactly, it can work both ways as well. It can work both ways.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Steve has thoughts.
Actually, Lynn, I got one for you. There's a guy that's on there. I can't remember his name. He's like an airplane guy.
Probably Jim Goodall that we were talking about. Yeah.
So I noticed there's the photo that they released outside of the Jacksonville, Florida. The Navy released it. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
And they have all the heads-up display from that filming of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's things on there. Has he ever broke that down? What each of those mean to anybody?
He has. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but yeah, he has talked about it. I don't know that he's broken down what each of them means, but I have heard him talk. I don't think he did it on my show, but I have heard him talk about what kind of the gist of them, like what this is and what that is. A couple people have done that, but
because I did recognize, because I was in the Navy and I used to operate this camera on the ship at night, and we would monitor the horizon, look for ships out there, and the only thing I recognize, they have this one mode called slave mode, and it said slave like vertically, and that was like we could lock onto a ship or a building, anything that could be physically read by our instruments could lock on. And as the ship went this way, that camera rotates and it just stays locked on. And so when I saw that on there, I'm like, well, that's got to be legit, because for the system to have that display that phrase means that it physically locked on like the camera to that object to follow it.
It was something real in the air.
Right. So that's what I was like, wow, maybe I wasn't nuts what I saw.
That's it. We all bring our own little piece of the story, our own backgrounds, our own expertise in different areas that that's how you apply to everything in your life.
Right.
And when you see something like when you saw that, you're like, I know exactly how that works. I know what that means. There is a physical object on this recording, whatever that is.
Right.
And that's important. And that's good that you can share that with people, because there's still people, I'm sure, out there that are like, it's all fake. It's CGI. It's blah, blah, blah. And because it's tough. If you just throw a grainy video out there, and everyone is under this I was in the Air Force myself, and thank you for what you did, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And it's everyone's under the impression that the military has the bleeding edge tech stuff. Not necessarily. The most important thing to remember before ever going to war is always remember the weapon system you're currently using went to the lowest bidder. It's whoever could pay the least amount of money and take the shortest cuts of possible to design whatever weapon system you're using, they did it.
Yeah.
You're not getting that bleeding edge, super high tech.
And then they jack up the replacement cost for parts.
Of course.
Yes, that's
cheesecake.
Awesome. Randall got assorted cheesecake, everyone. Just keeping you up to
cheesecake
date.
is always popular.
Sounds delicious.
I want one of those raspberry slices. Those are great.
Oh, so good.
I need food. Now I'm like, now I need dessert. Now I'm like,
getting hungry now.
Now I'm like, I need dessert. I should have thought about it. It's cake night.
I know, right?
Should have brought cake.
I love the
Should've
little
brought
figures in the background. The little figurines back
Oh,
there. That's cool.
Oh,
my
Chris's, yeah.
pops.
Shotskis, yeah.
My
I'm-
pops. So I got murders. I've got shake and bake. I've got pops everywhere. Got a collection
And
of
then
pops. I
a
love
Beatles
my pops.
album. Looks like a Beatles album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all my
I got a
father
Beatles
listened to.
album. I have a UCR cup. I have my alien girl mug, which I will be taking a picture with. Girl, you can't see it because of the reflection. There we go. And I'm gonna take a
There
picture
it
with it and send it over. Yes. Oh, and check it out. I won't take a phone call now, but if I did, I'd be taking it in my S4 iPhone cover.
Oh my god. I'm gonna see Chris in
I
Utah.
feel like I
She's gonna have,
watched a lot of like The Price is Right. You look at my
stuff from like every podcast.
Sure.
Hi.
We'll make sure you're
hold
selling
on.
our merch
Anthony's
still in there.
calling. I
I'm
need
going
to
on
put,
to Anthony's
like, the-
page now and buying some. That's for sure.
Yeah, I need to put a first floor audios unidentified S4 on my ringer with my unidentified S4 iPhone cover. I love that song. Have you guys heard Lee play that?
No, not
Yeah,
yet. I'm gonna go check it out next.
Oh, it's so cool.
Oh,
He
that's
when he
awesome.
plays you the song, like when he sings these songs on Saturday, he always sings that song to Anthony. It's really cool.
That's
Kind of catchy,
awesome.
kind of like ripples.
Hey,
Like
that's how I
ripples
broke.
that's stuck in my head all the time.
That's how I broke my nerves to do this. Some of my first videos on here are me doing karaoke for like 2 hours straight.
Oh my god.
It's
Great.
horrible. It's horrible.
That's great.
That's
That's
worth a
great.
sub just to see that.
And
I'm gonna have.
there's
to
only
check
2 of
that
them. I
out
only
now.
did it twice, and it was just because I felt myself being so nervous, and I was like, you know what? I just gotta. Once I do karaoke, and make
throw
a
it
fool,
out
then what can I do?
That's amazing.
But it was
I think that's a great strategy.
Yeah, I think I sang
Cool.
"Hey Jude" and some other stuff. so,
Nice.
yeah.
Yes.
I would never, ever. Well,
You
for
should
one,
try
I
it.
wouldn't do that to you guys. No.
You should do it for your birthday.
That's I have
Oh,
Dave Hurley.
okay.
He does the singing.
So you're not gonna like drive and sing in the road trip.
Oh,
and
no, I'll
then
do
I
that.
can record you because I was
Oh,
thinking
no,
about
we
live
won't do that.
streaming like some like car karaoke.
There was a show where they
There
used
you
to
go.
hide cameras in people's cars for karaoke. Remember that?
They did that on what is it? What
Car
is that one
karaoke.
show? The late
The
night,
late night show.
carpool
Yeah.
carpool karaoke.
Carpool
with
karaoke,
recorded-
road
Well,
trip,
yeah.
UFO,
And then
road
also,
trip karaoke.
Oh my
Cash
gosh.
Cab was so good. Which
I
it
loved
wasn't
Cash
karaoke,
Cab.
but that was also like another taxi.
I
thing.
loved
That was
Cash
really
Cab.
fun.
Oh my gosh.
I
I can't
really
wait to
love
see
Cash
Chris
Cab.
and to see Lynn rocking it on the highway. And Lynn, I just wanted to say happy birthday so much. I'm so glad I have your friendship and I'm so glad we've gotten to know each other. And it's just such a blessing having you in my life, Lynn. I do gotta zip out though, but I love you guys and it's been fun to hang out.
Love
And I'll
you.
obviously
Thanks for
see
coming
you
on,
guys
Amy.
in the live chats. I'll probably jump onto the chat like right after this. So bye guys.
Okay, bye, honey. Take care.
Aw,
So cute.
so cute. Oh my god.
That's
I just have
Maybe-
this vision though, Chris, of like seeing you in Utah with like your alien girl mug in hand, your like unidentified S4 phone cover,
And
maybe
my
a
Travis
Rebellious
Taylor.
Mythology t-shirt.
I need to take my Travis Taylor poster.
hat, like
You're gonna have him
just
sign
something
that.
from every podcast on Chris's body.
So nerdy. I'm like just a bunch of flair. Just
love it.
flair from all shows. Just flair. You cannot have enough flair. You know,
Yeah.
just and I ordered a mug from Are You Ready? I ordered
Oh,
the
did you?
orange one. Yes. I'm so
We've
excited. I
just
can't
got
wait to
some
get it.
mugs, we've just got some mugs designed as well, so we're going to be
Did you?
doing some
You
mugs.
got
Yeah.
merch?
Oh my god, the mugs are so cool looking with the logo.
Really?
Yeah, we just got a small batch just to test them out.
That's
And then I also
cool.
got a car sticker for my car.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
Can't wait
so
to
cool.
put it on there.
Yeah,
I
my-
was like, should I do it? Should I do it? I'm gonna do it.
My
Oh
first
my
samples
God.
came in from one company. I did one wash, and everything came off. with
Oh
one-
no.
Yeah,
Oh.
So I had to go. I found a new one, but
Oh,
I haven't
God.
got those samples
This
yet.
website I've used for like different like custom things before, but I've never designed a mug. But I do like their work for like other things like just more like gift kind of items that you can personalize, or even like just stationery and stuff like that. So we'll see. But that's why we just got like a small batch. We got like
couples baubles. Couples bobbleheads?
No, but we on this website you can do tumblers and bottles. So maybe
it could be like a little Einstein, but it would be like
little those things.
Yeah, little bobbleheads.
Little J&A bobbleheads.
I said bottles. I was like,
bottles. Oh yeah, we can buy bottles that say Josh and Artemis. No, like bobble, like little bobbleheads.
How do you?
We need to do a Lulu bobble.
Artie, you can
imagine Lulu's head bobbling around on there.
Oh my god,
I can imagine Lulu's head.
Lulu bobbles. So cool. Yeah.
How do you make custom ones of those?
You can order you can actually design because you can do like little figurines, like send your picture and customize it. They'll be more expensive, but I've been always thinking it was like it would be really cool to have like little pops or little Funkos or little bobbles of the different people. So it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
maybe one day we'll be cool. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
but yeah, it'd be exciting.
Bobbleheads.
I only want like the Artemis bobblehead if it actually has hair, so that like when the bobblehead bobbles, the hair will be
my god, be like flowing. It would have to go like this. Yeah, where it's like flowing, but they both would do that. So it actually both of them would do it. You know.
That's awesome.
Oh, we got
my
Connor.
god, what's happening?
Connor, are you in a graveyard?
Oh my god, what are we watching right now?
Back to graveyard.
That is definitely
you're muted, Connor.
If a dino beaver pops out, I'm gonna freak out.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Connor, you're muted. I don't know if you can hear us.
Yeah.
What? That's
we
so
need more of
exciting.
whatever this is.
I am enthralled. Let's see.
I need to zoom in. I'm like making this
so
like my whole
creepy that he
screen.
has he's traveling through a graveyard.
Oh, that one's dug out.
Like
Is
a
that one dug
serial
out?
killer.
What is he doing?
I know, we're like watching where he like
Ooh.
How do I get it so that Connor is like the biggest one?
Oh,
I don't know how to do it. It won't let me do it.
I thought it was dug.
Okay, hold on. We'll just make Connor the big one. What? Connor, you're muted. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Speak
up,
up,
Connor. You won't mind. You're not going to disturb them.
Why was that gravestone blank? What? Oh, okay.
What is happening?
I want to know what we're looking at.
Is he doing a paranormal investigation?
I know.
I wonder.
Are we supposed to be looking at stuff here?
Is this a Bigfoot graveyard? What's happening?
Bigfoot graveyard.
We'll never know because Connor's muted. Oh, that looks creepy. What is that?
Now, if something like showed up on the screen, we'd be freaking out.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Oh, could you imagine just something creepy just crawls out of the ground and starts chasing?
Can you imagine if all of a sudden there was just like this face that
I know, it'd be like
hey, that'd be a cool thing to watch. Like have that just all day, just no sound, and just
that's true. That's
I
true.
see shadow. I see a face. Yeah, where is he?
I don't know. We'll never know because
I think Artemis, you said it was the.
We can't hear you, Connor.
What did I say?
You said about a cab, right?
Oh, cash cab.
Okay, this is creepy, you guys. Wow.
Hold on. Go back to that, Connor. If you can hear us.
Yeah, there was a bird.
And it's a baby.
It's called Baby.
What?
I'm so into this that I didn't even realize how close I am to the camera. You can probably see my nostrils, and I don't care.
No, because it's just
come
Connor
on, man.
It's only Connor right now. I made it.
But
let's take a look and see. There she is. I'm doing the same thing. I'm like,
oh my god.
Let's get like that fish
I
eye view.
see a cross. It is a cemetery, but I see a cross.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Oh my god, you said that sounded really creepy. I liked it.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Crazy.
I liked it. I dug it. Pardon the pun, since we're at a cemetery, can you tell us what you're doing? This is so interesting.
Where's this at?
I know. I want to know.
We need more info.
Oh my god.
I know he's like zooming in. I think he's like purposely not
hold
wanting
on.
to talk
Stay there, Connor. Hold on. How do I make you? There we go.
1935? 35? Yeah, I think it's the 35.
I assume because Connor's in Florida, right? Somewhere.
Oh, if that's St. Augustine, there's like some really old ones in St. Augustine.
Yeah, they're crazy haunted there, right?
Ooh, look at that.
That's like 40 minutes from my house, St. Augustine.
Is it really? Oh, awesome.
That's this picture behind me is the another fort. It's in Fernandina Beach.
Oh, cool.
Called Fort Clinch.
Nice.
Oh,
look at that creepy.
That's
just creepy.
cool.
Is that the moon right there?
We got to
look
in the window.
Yeah, right. Let's have a face.
As long as it's not somebody's house.
Walk away, but instead,
as long as it's not a house.
Make sure.
Can you imagine? Yeah, if it's somebody's house and they see him out there, and all of a sudden we see in the window like somebody looking out, like what the?
Oh, look at that!
Oh wait,
actually, funny, something like that happened today.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
God.
He's looking in the window. Whoa! What happened?
What happened?
Skeletal. Oh my God! I got him. Wait,
he
teleported
in
inside.
the house
How
all
did
of
he
a
do that?
sudden?
Oh, he stuck his arm in the window, maybe?
Oh, yeah, he's through the window. That's true.
He stuck his arm in the window. Are you insane? Haven't you watched any horror movies? You never stick your arm in the window.
Your arm will get chopped off.
Look at that. Two rocks just sitting right there on top of it. Okay,
Does that say
shells.
Art
Never
Bell?
mind.
Wait a minute.
The shells, yeah.
Yeah, they're molds.
That's so crazy.
Wow.
Connor, do not stick your arm in some random
dilapidated
house.
Have you ever been to St. Augustine?
No, I would love to go.
So the fort there, they actually have an execution wall on the outside of the fort facing the water. And you can see the bullet holes, like hundreds and hundreds of bullet holes where they executed people on the wall.
Jeez.
And then inside you can actually there's a hole you crawl through and you can see the dungeon where people were chained up, pitch black. So I think that one was on one of those ghost hunter shows. Maybe Taps. I'm not sure which one went there, but they show it on there.
Oh, I think they might have. I think you're right. Yeah. I should know. I've watched every single freaking.
Oh, wait.
out there.
Tupelo Primitive Baptist Church.
What was it founded? What year?
Founded, I don't know.
Oh, he can't hear us.
Yeah, I don't know that he can hear
No,
us.
back up. Maybe
Let us see what it says again. We'll never
Founded
know.
1870.
Oh.
Wow. Ooh.
Backed up on the YouTube side.
Crazy. Like I know the moment I'm going to put it back to us, but I know the moment that I do, it's going to zoom in on something.
He's going to do something
Yeah,
seriously. Oh, there's cemetery. There's a sign. Let's see.
It says just cemetery.
Chapula.
Yay!
Off mute, man. We
can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
He's gone again.
Oh, that's
That's
terrible.
almost
He's
a
like,
bad
bye.
sign. He's in a cemetery at the moment.
It's so great because it's so mysterious. You know?
It is.
It's true.
Connor always
It's true.
leaves a
That's
guess at that,
hilarious.
Connor.
It's hilarious.
Artemis, you were
Really
saying
cool.
that cab thing, and it popped in my head. A cool show would actually be somebody who does cabs or the other services that pick you up, and just them interviewing them just about UFO and different mysteries like that. Like, do you believe in this and that, and just getting raw people's opinions on it.
That'd be a cool idea.
Yeah,
cool. I do that already with strangers.
Hey,
ask anybody if they
Even at
believe.
the weed shop, even at the weed shop last night, she went to collect weed at the weed shop last night, and she got 2 more people to subscribe to our show.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Okay, but that's a good place to ask.
I was
that
walking in the
question.
grocery store with this.
I do it at the well. I don't like. I mean, I'll ask, like depending the setting. If I'm actually talking to somebody, or if it's context, I'm not just going to be like, "Oh, nice day." Yeah. So, do you believe in aliens? But I mean,
here's my
card. I've
I
done it
will
with
after I
like,
smoke this.
strangers and like my landlord, my
Lawyer,
immigration lawyer.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's awesome.
I mean,
I had somebody
like my doctor knows because she like knows like I've on like a new like career path and stuff. Like I mean, like anybody. Yeah.
I was walking in a grocery
Why not?
store wearing this hoodie, and the guys,
Oh.
this lady's
Oh,
like,
nice.
she goes, "Is that?" And I had a flannel shirt on and a hat, like
Oh
in
my
the picture,
God.
and
Is that-
you can see it, right? So the flannel shirt and the hat, and she goes, "Is that you on your shirt?" And I'm like, and I was like, "Yeah."
You're like, no, that's
And she
weird.
goes, she's like, "Is that a bong?" And I'm like, "Yeah." "Are you smoking weed in it?" I said, "No, because it's a cartoon." She was like,
Good one.
And she's like, "Why do you have a shirt with your name on it?" And I'm like, "Because it's a YouTube channel." And I try to explain to her.
Yeah.
And as soon as I tell her what I talk about, she was like, "Oh, that makes sense." That's what she said.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Yeah.
See, you're so good. I would have been
all.
like, no, that's not me. No, that's a vase, not a bong. Like I would have totally decided.
No.
It's like I Dream of Judy.
Hookah. Hookah pipe. Next time you say it's a hookah.
That's right. It's hookah. Actually, no, I do the same thing, Artemis. I talk to my doctor knows too. I've talked to her about it. Like, I was talking to the lady on the phone with the insurance company today. I was telling her about it. She's like, "Oh, my son
Normalize
totally
it.
Oh, love it.
I was like, "What's his name? If he's on YouTube, we probably know him."
You never know what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
It most likely will be like, "Oh, wow, interesting," or maybe you will find the person that will be interested. And what's the worst that can happen?
Actually,
They'll be
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
"Wackadoodle." Okay, they already think I'm crazy, so who cares?
Actually, as far as like the cab idea, which I like, I think it'd be funny. Is if you started off with like a paranormal, like it's like, hey, do you believe in ghosts? You'll get more people accepting on ghosts, or something like that than you would UFOs for whatever reason. Everybody has or knows somebody that's had some kind of a ghost thing.
So like break the ice with the ghosts and then build.
Right, and then bring in the UFOs.
And were you a recruiter? Were you?
Okay, but I just sound like, or I just thought of like the perfect name for this cab abducted.
Oh my God.
You better go get that domain right now.
That's awesome. I think Big Willie does. Like,
I'm registering the bobblehead as we speak.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So everybody in this stream has rights to this.
Share.
Actually, it would be cabducted.
Cabducted. Freaking Enzo, always on fire lately. He's like madman.
Josh said that first.
It's cab
Oh, did you?
It's Dog Draper.
And then I shut it down. I was like, no, it's cab abducted.
Oh, poor Josh.
Josh was like, I said that.
Stand your ground, Josh. Stand your ground.
Yeah.
Abducted. I like it.
That's awesome. I love that idea. We should tell Big Willie he can stream, because I think he does. He drives for, I'm not sure which company. So can you imagine him doing that? He'd be the perfect voice to do that with people.
Yeah,
probably would.
Hey, do you believe in UFOs?
I got a story for you with a beard.
Let me tell you a story.
What do you think about ghosts?
Oh, if I got into chupacabras on there, I'd go.
Oh my God.
I can go into some chupacabra stuff.
Hey, I grew up in Puerto Rico. I still remember when I went back to visit, chupacabras were on primetime news.
Really?
Yes. Like there was somebody that was talking about his experience with the chupacabra, and it was I still remember because it was like 6 p.m. And I'm like, did they put this at 6? Okay, that's interesting. I was, had been in the mainland for a while, and they did that. They put it in the news, and the guy was like, the chupacabra came to get me, but I was peeing in the woods, but I put my pants on and then I ran. And he went into this whole story, and I'm like, chupacabras, primetime news, Puerto Rico.
Now in Puerto Rico,
on that note, we're gonna go get some food because we're so hungry.
Those chupacabras are delicious.
Yeah, on that note, the chupacabras go straight to dinner.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Thanks for stopping by.
No, you're welcome. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. And guys, nicer to meet you again. Oh, Dufon, nice to meet you the first time. Akashi Chris Enzo, nice to see you guys again. That's what I'm going to say.
Love you guys.
Much love, guys.
Take
Yeah.
care.
Bye.
Good dinner. Bye.
Oh, they're so cute.
They're adorable. You okay?
Muted it in time. Yeah. I was like holding it in.
I was like, what are you doing?
Lulu, how could you do that?
I know. Lulu, bad Lulu.
You have a cough button where you can...
I do. It's a mute button. And then I usually forget to turn it back on, which is why you'll see me
be like, yeah.
Mine, I have to be over obvious and tap the tops of the...
but see, like the light and everything, that's cool, man.
It's like my on the air light when I can turn it off.
What? Enzo has all the great
See,
stuff.
I-
He's my
all the
player.
gadgets.
I
all
use
the
these
gadgets.
things. The Stream Deck. Have you guys seen that?
No, what's that?
You don't know what a Stream Deck is?
Whoa.
Oh my
No.
god, I'm a big tech guy.
That's what I want.
Tech
Nope.
is like
Tech.
I built this whole wall just for my show.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, they're right there. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
could
What is
program that.
Ninja.
Those buttons are all programmable, so you could move. So
Dave Hurley, are
basically-
you watching this? Okay.
Dave
You
Hurley, take
if-
notes.
So if you go to your settings right now
Mhm.
and you go to hotkeys, you'll see all these commands, like Command D for mute, unmute, camera on and off is Command E, and then you copy and paste them to the buttons, and then you can actually make whatever
See,
logo
that's-
you want.
That's what this is. It's
Right, and you can change scenes with just a push of your button.
Change scenes like backgrounds, you mean?
So how'd
That-
you turn on the snow?
So
See,
like
well, the
When
snow
you
is
say-
this one when I
Where's
push
the
it.
snow? Turn on the
That's-
snow. Gosh,
there's
you
the
get
snow.
snow.
Now is that connected to OBS though, or is that just
no,
connected
it's through your computer, and then it goes wherever you link it to. So, and then you can even control websites. So you could put like YouTube on there, YouTube Studio, like, and then you could set one up for like Canva if you're making a thumbnail that controls Canva. Like, you could have multiple pages and.
I'm thinking
you
of
could-
all kinds of stuff now.
See, you could
I
set
need
something
that.
like this up on like for your live stream that you're doing now, Lynn, where like I'm doing everything through OBS and going
Yeah.
through the virtual thing. Hang on, I'll go to floating formulas because it makes sense then.
I love floating
That
formulas.
sounds
And
great.
it's-
It sounds smarter. Yeah.
It's but you could assign anything to one of these buttons where because you have overlays that you can do for everything that the audience sees on the screen right now.
Yeah.
And you could assign it to any of these buttons. So
Ooh.
all you got to do is push the button and you've got fire on the screen. You've
Right.
got all those things like that. That's
You can-
that's how I do it is I have everything going through OBS and I just throw overlays in OBS before it goes out to you.
Oh.
You
And-
can rotate through cameras if you have two different
Yep.
cameras going. You can,
Yeah.
if you want to make a bomb noise, if somebody drops a bomb, like tells you something crazy, you can
Wow.
make
Okay,
that
I
noise.
need
Like
this.
a little soundboard too, like
Yeah.
Yes,
Whatever
you
you
could have
want.
Like my bomb
applause
noise, it's very
button,
accurate.
the laughter, all
Yeah.
of that stuff.
Or
So I have,
whatever.
yeah. So I have that whole setup like he has for my lives. I have one for Final Cut Pro. I have one for just when I listen to Spotify with my favorite tracks and albums. I have you can control Netflix with it if you wanted to.
You could
Chris-
you could program stuff in for games.
I know.
You could just
I'm
push the
with you.
button.
We got to change our shirts to we sort of get tech.
Oh no, we're gonna be all over this.
I got you
tech.
covered. Me and
By the
Enzo got
time
you
the
covered.
shirt comes
Anymore, we
in,
sort of get
we
tech.
will know this tech. Don't worry. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're on it. I want snow. I'm
I
like,
like
I
that,
want to be
Enzo.
able to like, Akashi, give yourself snow.
I want confetti, like
Yeah. Like,
Yes.
can
Oh, look, you guys
program
can see my
it? Okay.
dinosaurs today.
Oh,
Ooh, look at that.
Birth
They're
dinosaurs.
Kind of hard. They're
Yeah.
like weird.
Cute.
Cute,
Hey,
are they?
If we
It's a
find out that
dinosaur parade.
if we find out the Dino Beavers are real, are you going to add it to it?
Oh, well, I can add. Maybe I can add the Dino Beaver like right here.
Yeah, look at
Like,
that.
right here, we got
Wasn't
space
Amy
for
going to
Dino
describe
Beaver.
what that was about? What happened with that?
It was something with Skinwalker Ranch, I think.
Right,
It's
it's
like
actually
Skinwalkers at the Pentagon, right?
the Skinwalkers of the Pentagon book that the book club will be doing a
I was
book
going to say
review
we'll
on.
be able to discuss it a month from now.
It's discussed specifically in there. It was one of the things that the scientists that were on the ranch there for a while, they saw a beaver-sized creature running through the undergrowth that had like scales or like
Are we
or
sure
like
it
the
wasn't
back.
just an armadillo?
Well, they said it was larger than
Oh,
that. It was
They
was
were
like
armadillos are pretty big.
Did they say
aren't
how
they?
it moved?
Really.
Did it
That's
move
true.
like a kangaroo?
I don't recall that. I haven't
Because
read the
that's
book.
the
I'm just
chupacabra
going-
moves like a kangaroo. I heard.
It does.
So, yeah. From the
I just thought it
descriptions
was
I
like on
read.
4 legs.
Right, but then when
Oh.
it stands up, they say it has like razor spikes coming
Yeah.
off the back, and it moves so fast you don't even see the feet hitting the ground as it's going. They're like, yeah,
It's very predator-like.
To be fair, I think
So it's weird.
I've
yeah.
seen a few because I worked the wildlife thing before I retired on the base, and I saw more than a few coyotes with severe mange
Mhm.
and very sickly. You see all their ribs and everybody.
Right.
They're falling apart. You're doing a favor by shooting them to death.
No.
And it's exactly what people describe as a chupacabra. It's not saying that's what it is or anything like that.
Right.
It's just from my experience. It's like, yeah, that's pretty.
It seems like the people who have tried to say that it is, like say I got a chupacabra. Some people have like actually hurt their animals to make them look like that.
That's
I believe it.
Yeah. I watched this news article about it. People were doing it out in Vegas, actually.
What?
That's terrible.
Why would they do that? People are idiots. That's just my official diagnosis.
Yep.
People are
There's
idiots.
especially with animals. That Animal Planet show, Rescue Pets or whatever the show is, where they where somebody has to go to somebody abusing.
Oh,
their
the
animals.
rescue.
I lose. Watch it. I can't watch.
I think we're losing them.
I will hunt down that would do something.
Yeah.
Animals. It's just.
Oops.
Poor Enzo. You're breaking up, but I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the like animal show, like
what?
The
your audio's going in and out, and your video's scattered.
Oops, and he's frozen.
Enzo, you're playing with your stream.
Deck.
No, I'm not even going to finish that. It's not going to
This
sound
is
good.
not a special effect. This is a not so special.
You didn't do it on purpose.
No, that was not intentional.
Oh,
It
German
means I need to
chocolate
shut up.
is delicious.
Now, if you really want to go to the next level, in you get I think it's the Rode Podcaster. Is that what it's called? It's like a whole soundboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about. I don't.
got
That needs a helium balloon and then weigh it down till it's neutral buoyant. Flying saucer present. Oh, I want to.
Well, and so with that one, you can actually plug your phone into it and that's how you can add phone calls to your stream is with the ProMaster. You get a second phone from the phone company. It could be a flip phone. You plug it in, and then now that's it's like a camera source on your thing. So it becomes another source. Like I blew her mind. She's like,
I know
west of the Rockies with Lynn.
Yeah, it's like $600. The thing costs like $600 though.
This tech.
How do you get it?
Tech. We're not.
No, I
we're
said we
down
must
to
acquire. I'm not saying I'm going to acquire it right now because
I'll tell you
first.
It's going to be on my list.
I'll tell you guys who I watched to learn this stuff.
Who?
I got to go to my subscriptions. Here it is.
Dang, girl. You finished that already. Moving on.
It's called Tom. It's Tom Buck.
Tom Buck?
Yeah,
like
TOM.
Buck?
Yep, like a deer buck.
Oh, okay.
And he does audio and video tutorials for live streams.
Nice.
Yeah.
Buck, I'm gonna check it out. This is not wine. FYI, guys, it's not like a giant glass of wine.
What is
are
it?
you drinking?
Sangria?
What is the birthday drink?
Like an herbal iced tea.
Do you care if I smoke?
Nice.
Okay, I just wanted.
It's your birthday. Why aren't you having a little bit of wine?
Oh, what I already had was wine. This is just
okay. So
gigantic. This is.
I know you're set for the evening, Enzo, because you had your whiskey ready to go.
There's always an
stock
emergency
up.
bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
Emergency.
Oh yeah,
say
Dave Hurley said
Sweetwater?
it.
Yeah.
Sweetwater has it all.
Yeah.
That's where I got mine.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a Sweetwater, Guitar Center has it all too.
Oh, nice.
If you have one near you, that way you don't have to wait for shipping.
We do. Though I actually have like an odd, what is this? A soundboard? A Yamaha soundboard right in front of me. It's not hooked up, but it's there.
So it'll look like
it's Dave Hurley's though. He has a lot more tech than I do.
That's like
no, I'll show you what it looks like.
Wow.
So this is an old one from like the early 2000s.
That's some serious stuff over there.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a pro one. This is a consumer. That's a pro.
It's Dave Hurley's. It's not mine. All right. Wow. Who knew we'd be talking tech? But you know why? Because we know tech. Sort of.
That's right.
Almost.
We're not
We'll
frightened by it by other people.
Whose name I stole.
Ooh.
Damn.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just crazy.
How
It's
dare
crazy
you
time.
steal that name back? You know.
We should have asked my
21
mom
years
when
ago.
she was here.
Maybe you were.
No, Mom.
Maybe you're
Exactly.
a doppelganger, and you just
I had a
came
doppelganger. I've met my doppelganger in
What?
real life. Yeah,
Really?
in high school. One of the girls I went to high school with. Well, no, this was Yeah, it was when I was like a freshman. It was when I lived in Utah, actually. There was a girl, she was a senior, I was a freshman, and why my dryer keeps going off? There's a ghost in the house. Anyways, yeah, even our friends would get us confused. Like they would go to her. I think her name was Amy. I think it was Amy. They would go to her thinking she was me, or go to me thinking I was her. Like our friends who knew us. It was really, really weird. And I'd be like, nope, I'm Lynn. Sorry, guys. Like it was so weird.
You just looked similar, or you just acted
We just
the same?
looked like, I guess we looked exactly the same. Like our friends couldn't even tell us apart. They had to like be like, oh, right, Lynn's wearing this that day. So it's not weird. But the weird thing is when I looked at her, I didn't think she looked that much like me, but it was really strange. But everybody got us mixed up. It was weird.
Something that I always had that it followed me throughout my career in the military was I would go TDY to someplace I'd never been before or anything like that, interacting with people I'd never seen before, and they would swear that we had met somewhere before. They knew me. They knew how my voice sounded. Like, yeah, we met at this place. It's like I was never at that place. Even people that I knew sometimes were like, hey, remember that time we were at this place? Like, I wasn't with you when you went there. I don't know what you're talking about. But it happened actually kind of frequently. It kind of bothered me sometimes.
Dude, I had one that was so bad. After I married my wife, I took her home to New York where I grew up, and we go into the bowling alley, and it's a little town in New York, up in upstate New York. And so we go in, and
where in upstate New York?
Binghamton area.
Okay. I grew up in Glens Falls. So
okay. So, and then we used to hang out in this place called Sylvan Beach. I don't know if you heard of that place.
Mm-hmm.
But so we get in the bowling alley and this guy comes up and he looked familiar. He did look familiar. And he goes, Joe, what's up, man? And I'm like, hey, buddy, like nice to see you. And I was just home on leave with my wife. And he's like talking, didn't like say his name, didn't talk to my wife. I was like, hey, this is my wife, Lisa. And I purposely didn't introduce him. So that way he would have to be like, hi, Lisa, I'm so.
Oh, yeah, that old trick. Yep.
That old gag.
And he didn't do
I
it.
love it.
He just kept on going. And I'm just getting irritated. My anxiety starts going because I only feel bad. He's telling a story that I remember being at, but I don't remember him being there.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, damn, this guy was at my whole life and I don't know who he is. And so then we get put like 2 lanes from him. And I hear him like, and I don't know if I'll try not to cuss on your channel. He
oh, you can guess, it's fine. I'm not monetized.
He goes, you believe that asshole? He don't even know who I am. So he knew the whole time. I didn't know.
Oh, wow.
Really bad. I was like,
that's sad.
But at the time, I was gone for like 6 years since I graduated high school at that point. You know,
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But I know this. He wasn't one of my core group of friends. So.
Right.
And that's usually what it is that periphery group of friends you sort of knew.
Right.
Or we're in like one class together in high school kind of a thing. And they're like, yeah, we're best as buddies. Like, I barely knew you. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you and all, but no.
Oh my gosh.
Bowling is a dangerous sport.
Bowling is a dangerous sport, right? Deadly, huh? Oh, that sounds like a story there.
Yeah.
King.
What happened?
I can see it. My dad's league was pretty dangerous. They got
was it?
Yeah. I've seen some stuff. I grew up in a bowling alley watching him bowl and drink beer, and I'm just like, I've seen some stuff happen in a bowling alley.
That's so funny. The only thing I did at a bowling alley is with the onion rings. There's always good onion rings at a bowling alley. What's up with that?
Whenever I would go TDY anywhere, we'd always go to the bowling alley because you knew you could get a standard burger or a hot dog or chili dog or chili fry. They always had something special, like some specialty menu item. Every base had a different thing. Eielson Air Force Base, Alaska, near Fairbanks, had this thing.
My mom
was called
stationed there.
Really, at Eielson?
Yeah, the one that was just on here. She was a nurse in the Air Force.
I've been up there many, many times.
Nice.
And they had a specialty at their bowling alley called the gutter ball.
Oh God.
1/4 pound cheeseburger with a slice of ham, 2 slices of bacon, a fried egg.
Oh my God.
I want to say there was something else on there too. And of course, all the other fixins for a burger. And it was just this like a Dagwood sandwich, kind of a monstrous thing, but it was delicious.
Oh, wow.
I always loved the arcades at a bowling alley. when I was a kid. Best arcades. And then, but the Enzo, you ever heard of China Lake Naval Station? It's in it's a naval station in Death Valley.
It sounds it rings a bell, but I'm not really I mean, I've never been there, but
so I never got to go in, but a summer I went out. My uncle lived in the town outside of it called Ridgecrest, and I was just working, helping him. He had a power line company, so I was digging trenches for him, and we'd be right outside the base. And I'm just looking at it. You couldn't see anything like high buildings. It was just like it's a flat terrain too, and then you'd have these weird mountains off in the distance, right? But I don't even know if you call them mountains, but weird rock figures, right? So, but I'm like that after I got in the Navy, and now I'm out. I'm like, I've been to a bunch of Navy bases, and they always got big, tall buildings. They got, like old infrastructure, and you could tell it has that military base. But that place in China Lake was like, it just seemed different. It seemed out of place. And then I'm like, ooh, I think Area 50. I was a kid. I'm like, Area 51's probably in Death Valley. China Lake's here. Like maybe they're connected. But I was just curious if you ever heard of it in this.
I've heard the name, but I've other than that, no, I don't know much about it. No. I've been out to Edwards more than a couple of times, but that's about as close as I ever came to anything like that. Got to see the shuttle land there once. That was kind of cool. But...
Ooh, that's awesome.
What's
the one in? Oh, by the way, I want to say I know Big Willie's not here. I'm not sure if Kat's still here or not, but they both bought me some teas. Thank you so much for the Utah trip. Yay! Thank you guys so much. Much love. I will tell you thank you if you're not here. I'll tell you thank you later. What is the one in Utah? White Sands is New Mexico. What's the testing range in Utah?
There's Hill Air Force Base near Ogden. And
yeah, we live there.
Yeah. Oh, you were Air Force family?
Yeah, my dad was in the Air Force.
That's good.
Yeah.
Best steak I ever had was in Ogden. That was great.
Was it? I loved living in Utah. That's why another reason why I really, really can't wait to go, because I haven't been back to Utah since I was a sophomore in high school. So it's quite a little while. But I love Utah. It's so beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful places in the US. Really it's so pretty. And Alaska. I love both of them. Yeah, I can't wait.
Minnesota's pretty nice. I had to do I had to be a Navy recruiter for 3 years up in Minneapolis. And I was on the outskirts. And what everybody was talking about up there, though, was giants.
Really?
Yeah, it's like giants was a big thing. And I assumed, I was always like, oh, it's because of the Vikings are big guys. Maybe that's why. And
reasonable.
Right. So I never really looked into it, but I thought it was interesting that giants were the popular myth where I was in Minneapolis.
Is it a myth, though? Is it?
I don't know.
Is it?
At one guy in the Discovery show, he dug up aliens.
The brothers. Do you know who I'm talking about, Chris? The brothers from Massachusetts. The brothers from Massachusetts. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No. Wait, which brothers from Massachusetts?
Tell me this story. Amongst yourselves. Let me see if I can find them on YouTube. Keep talking. Enzo, do you know who I'm talking about?
I do not.
That look for the. Oh my God! You guys. Okay, so you guys don't even know what I was talking about earlier. All right, let me find them. Keep talking. Talk about
you know the show that he's like an archaeologist, kind of big, heavy set guy with like a small beard. And he has the Indiana Jones hat.
What is his name? I do. I know who you're talking about. He does America Unearthed.
Yes,
that guy?
Yeah. So he did, on his first set of shows, he went to Minnesota. And he actually was looking for Vikings. And then all of a sudden it led into these giants. And he found this farm where they said they pulled out this like 8-foot skeleton. And they actually have the skeleton. And then I go to Minneapolis and everybody's talking about this. And I'm like, every kid that came in my office, because you get when you're recruiting somebody for military, you have to like really get that rapport built. So you talk about so many different opinions, like that have nothing to do with the military, to build that trust between your applicant. And so I heard a lot of funny stories. We had a guy every Sunday, he would call into the office when we're closed. So we come in Monday morning and he would have these ideas. And they were the most off the wall. We assumed he was in a loony bin or something, because he was like, he goes, hey, I need you to give this to Mr. Obama. I got this. This was actually one he said. He goes, I got this idea where you have airplanes and nails shoot out of them. and then the aircraft carrier will have a rubber tarmac that the nails grip on, right? And then the best one though was his idea to take seeds off of every planet on the Earth or every continent on the Earth, right? And then take them up into Mars, plant them, and then the U.S. controls it, and then we sell everybody's stuff back to them for twice the cost. And like basically, and I was like, that's like he would go in so much that it would be like a 30-minute idea of him just explaining it every Monday morning,
just filling up your voicemail that entire time.
And we saved every one of them, and we didn't even start work on Monday until after we listened to it. It was like our daily podcast.
And that man's name, Bob Lazar. No, I'm kidding. That's not who it was.
Oh God, here we go.
I'm kidding, of course.
Oh my
That's just
God.
being silly.
Oh my gosh. All right. I found one of the brothers. Okay. So these brothers, the Vieira brothers, that's their names. And they are both Masons. The actual bricklaying type Mason. Not, I mean, they might be Masons as well. I don't know. But anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Stonework.
Occupation, not a title.
Yes.
Which brothers did you say? What name? Vieira?
Vieira, Jim, and I can't remember his
Jim
name.
Vieira. He wrote the book. Yeah, he wrote the he partnered with Hugh Newman on the Giants book that I've been reading.
Yes.
I didn't know he was a Vieira. Yeah, he's
Did
awesome.
you know have you heard him talk before?
No, because
Okay.
I'm focused on
found him
you.
doing a TED Talk.
Tell me.
This is why I was saying the brothers from Massachusetts is like, yo, dude, we got a giant. Listen to this guy. Okay, hold on. I found it. I found him. I'm very excited. I love these guys. They're awesome.
I found a chupacabra.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Washington, Mass. Here we have Cahokia. When the colonists showed up, there were over 200,000 earthen pyramids, geometric forms, conical mounds, and effigies of astounding proportions. It was like a geometric blackboard in ancient America. This is at Cahokia. It still exists. These structures are so staggering that people don't even think they exist still. So this is what the colonists encountered. 100-foot high, 14-acre base. That's 1 acre larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. 22 million cubic yards of soil taken from over a mile away to build the structure. And it looks like many researchers think that actually the mound builders, which started 3400 BC in Louisiana, came up from the Yucatan, avoiding the death cults to create a more harmonious civilization.
Is a harmonious civilization.
Harmonious.
This is one of the guys that I really want to talk to.
Do you know what
that is? They're here in Massachusetts.
He's one of the guys that I really want to talk to.
They were on that show with what's his face? I can't remember. God, what is his name? It's gonna drive me crazy now. The guy that you're talking about that does the show, America on Earth. Does anybody know? Does anybody know?
Everyone I've ever known that spoke like that was like, they're really fucking huge. They're
They're
giants.
fucking huge, kid. You should see them. They get
They're
larger
fucking
and
big.
larger every time.
I love it.
Structures. I was in the grocery store the other day and someone was like, have a great Easter. And this lady was like, oh, happy Easter to you too. I was like, oh my God, I love this place.
It's like
E-A-H.
Okay, got it.
Great Easter.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think American on Earth is the other show because Scott is
Scott
the
Walter.
guy.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Scott Walter.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, the brothers were on that show too. Yeah, they were on that show, or they did another show with them. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to. I'll figure it out and let you know, Chris, because I know you'll like it.
Yeah,
because they was all about looking for giants. They was all about looking for giants. So.
Yeah, I mean the giants thing. I mean it's all over North America, South America. You know, giants of Stonehenge, giants. I mean, there's a lot to be found there. And back to your point, it's like they're all like 7 to like 12 feet. You know, most of them. So I mean, we're talking about a pretty significant size.
And that's back in like the
Human
mound builder days, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's back in like the mound builder days, right? Where the various places throughout, especially like the eastern U.S., where these mysterious mounds that you come to find out, that's where these giants go.
That one with the snake. What is the one that's like is shaped as the snake? It's like a natural mound, and it's shaped as the snake. At the end, they found like all these grave sites They're huge, and they were supposedly giants. But a lot of people were stealing a lot of that stuff too whenever they would find it, because they would go for like a ton of money in the black market. It's ridiculous. So
what's interesting is those mounds with the grass on them. Do you know what they look? Enzo probably knows what they look like. They look like grass covered magazines, which is a warehouse the military or any country would build. And then they would fill it with dirt and grass. So when something flies over it, it looks like it's part of the natural ground. Right. So only looking at it straight ahead of you, do you notice the door and that it's a storage facility for explosives or whatnot.
Dude, there's a fucking underground bunker.
So
is that what it is?
That thing, when you showed it from that bird's eye view, I was like, oh, that looks like a grass covered magazine to hide yourself from aerial footage or whatnot. So maybe they're trying to hide from the aliens.
Maybe. Now, have you heard about the giants in Antarctica yet?
Oh, no. Antarctica.
I haven't gone to Antarctica yet. Oh my God.
Hang on, I need a drink.
You've heard that one, right, Chris? The giants
not Antarctica, not yet.
The red-haired giant.
The red hair. Oh my God, the skulls with the red hair. Yeah. They're like they're like strawberry.
Well, these are like, if I remember correctly, they're like frozen, like they're not decayed. They're in like stasis.
Well, in Peru, they found the same thing with the red hair.
Yeah, the giants with the red hair.
Like, they're giants with the red hair.
All of the southern Andes are full of those. It seems.
Yeah, well, the Vieira brothers talk about the giants with the red hair all the time.
Yeah,
red hair.
And there's a huge difference between physically, like elongated skulls created by humans by binding versus a non-suture line huge head that you cannot enlarge the size of the skull. You can try to reshape it, but you can't make it bigger. So I mean, there's proof out there. There's stuff, there's lots of photographs, and then all of a sudden stuff just disappears. Which
so what do you think? Akhenaten, alien, human? Akhenaten, the pharaoh.
What was the skull?
Akhenaten. I keep going back.
Human or alien?
There's something about Akhenaten that, and
I have no idea.
I don't.
I need to look into that. I have no idea.
I like Asian.
Well, what I think about it.
You have many hours of other research for this.
There's so much. There's so much we can get you into. It's only so much time in a day, but there's so much. But Akhenaten is interesting too, because I'm fascinated with ancient Egypt, and like I bored one year and taught myself to read hieroglyphics. I'm a weird person. I'm a weird human being. But anyway, so
do you ever watch those shows when they're going over and you're like, that's bullshit, that's not what it says?
No, I'm not that good. I'll be like, that's an N, that's an A, but you also have to know how to speak ancient Egyptian in order to decode it.
Is it really letters or is it just phonetics?
Yeah, they stand for letters and they stand for concepts too sometimes. Okay. So it's both. Yeah, it's a little bit of both. But anyways, so the interesting thing about Akhenaten is that, and I also lived over in Saudi Arabia for like 6 years. So I do know a little bit of Arabic history too. Yeah, I had to take Arabic for 6 years. So can only speak like 4 things or say 4 things, but hey, whatever. But Raul says, I'm starting to think, let's make fun of that guy's accent. I live in Massachusetts. I hear it all the time. I have my friend Drew, he could come on. He sounds just like it. But anyways, so the interesting thing about Akhenaten. So if you look at ancient Egypt, the renditions of people, right? They're very perfect. And the Egyptians were perfectionists when it came to proportions, when they were like portraying humans. But Akhenaten insisted on looking the way that they portrayed him. He had like a little
he had pear-shaped
belly. He had like
he was a pear-shaped body.
Yeah, and he was
skinny with a belly.
His head was like elongated.
You're talking about me. I'm sitting right here. It's just
poor Enzo.
You're beautiful the way you are, Enzo. You're beautiful.
But the others are all perfect. They're like buff and they're.
But Nefertiti is the same way too, though. In the pictures, if you notice, they're like that one where they're sitting with the kids, which like look miniature, which is kind of weird. But like she also kind of has like a little bit of a belly, and like it's interesting that they portrayed themselves that way, like specifically. Yeah. Right. But then Tutankhamun, who was their son, or at least he's Akhenaten's son, we think he's Nefertiti was his mom, but we're not 100% sure. Could have been one of the other knights. Did you know he changed his name? It wasn't originally Tutankhamun.
What was it?
From what to
It was
what?
Tutankhamun. He changed it because his dad was Akhenaten, and everybody hated him because he changed the religion, right? He wanted to have the one god, the Amun, or the Aten, sorry. And so Amun-Ra was like the main Egyptian god of the pantheon. So when Tutankhamun became pharaoh after Akhenaten was killed or died, I can't remember how he died. Anyways, he changed it so that he wouldn't be associated with Akhenaten. So he went from Tutankhamun to Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun.
Yeah, because he was murdered, right? Akhenaten was murdered.
Yeah.
And I thought that's kind of what drove.
Yeah, and because Tutankhamun was
Tutankhamun
like 16 when he became pharaoh.
Yeah.
He was really young.
It seems like if you
died
become
when he was, like,
pharaoh,
19.
Yeah, he did. He was really young. He had a lot of health problems.
it seems like once you become pharaoh, you gotta watch your back.
I would think, especially if you're changing the religion up on people.
Right.
Yeah.
Any of those royal families throughout history, you had to watch your back, I think.
Yeah. And there's a lot of inbreedings, a lot of health problems. So, because they think that Nefertiti and Akhenaten might be brother and sister. So there's that.
Yeah.
So it's understandable Tutankhamun would have a lot of health problems, but yes. Aw, thank you, Matrix 2004. So nice.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. And man, we've just like talked about like run the gamut of things already. But yes, go please.
We need to add
talk
Cherry
about a subject. We can tell you a rabbit hole to go down.
Okay. So I ordered the book for Skinwalker.
Nice.
I've watched half of season 1 of the Skinwalker Ranch.
Nice.
But I just get the only thing that ruins the show for me is the security guys. Like, as a military, as a military guy, I can smell. Even though I wasn't no fancy like badass soldier. I was a gunner's mate. I turned wrenches on cannons. That's what I did. But I also went to Afghanistan for a year, and through a stupid IA program, and the guy in charge of me was from the Air Force too. There,
so you can't trust right in there. I see that.
He was and so I see this guy come up, and I see them at the board table, and they're like, "So, Dragon, what do you think?" And I'm like, all these dudes, nobody has a smirk on their face when they called him Dragon, and I just thought it was really weird.
Dragon was like an MP that worked the gate. Like, that's what Dragon did. Something like that, right?
Okay. Dragon is a childhood friend of Brandon Fugal.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they knew each other.
Brandon, he's not of mine. No, it's a childhood friend of Brandon Fugal. So, I mean, he brought him in, so
that's cool.
I mean, is he like really like a suit? I don't know what his background is. I'm not sure that he really came from security.
I don't know if he's just uncomfortable in front of the camera, or if he's just a bad actor. Like that's my problem with it. Where I'm like, it's
I think
one of
he's
them.
a little dry. I think somebody said that he was really hard to make him smile or make him laugh. Like you could talk to him and it'd be like say something really funny. He's just kind of
he gets more likable though. I think as the seasons go on, like by
the last one I watched,
he's gonna chillax. He's gonna
when
chillax
he was yelling
here
at
next
for
season.
digging. When he was yelling at him for digging.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah,
he
he's
is
very
so much
afraid in the
more
first
chill.
season, yeah. He gets better. He gets better. I agree.
He's been on
Originally, I was
UCR
like,
a few times, and I want to say UFO Jane has interviewed him a few times.
Yeah.
It's
nice.
He's a regular kind of person, and I feel that when they originally filmed some of that stuff, he was kind of doing the straight laced, security of the people. Of the compound of the whole thing, that was his kind of deal, and he does come across as really wooden, especially that first season.
Yeah,
to use the word almost militant to the point of no, we're not digging because we don't want to dig, and that's the thing. And he became I think a little more flexible once he kind of understood the concept of what the science guys were wanting to do. But
everybody kind of relaxed after the first season. It was like the digging, don't dig. But if you dig, season, it's all over.
Those first 5 episodes really irritated the crap out of me because I was like, why the fuck aren't they telling Travis everything? It's just like each episode. Well, You know,
We
there's
haven't
something else
told
we
you
haven't
this.
told you. Let me pull out a briefcase and
Yes,
show you this giant thing that might have something to do with all
a
of
magnet.
this.
They act like the
Yeah.
magnet's going to be some like crazy. And he pulled out this magnet. And I'm like,
all
it's a
right.
magnet.
And
Yeah, it's a magnet. Yeah, but it's just like they don't give him all the information, and you can tell Travis is like, "Why didn't you tell me this before? Like, how am I supposed to do this?" I was like, "They're fucking with Travis Taylor. This is not okay.
He was
not
on another.
okay."
Travis Taylor was on another show before, right?
He's been
Yes,
on
he
a lot
was.
of other shows.
He's been on several.
The one that with Nikola Tesla was awesome. By the way, if anybody, I can't remember what it's called, but it was so good. Where they were like,
he was
trying to
all into the
recreate-
Tesla coils. He was like an entire show on.
Well, they were
Tesla.
trying to like
Yeah.
figure out if Tesla had created a super weapon. I can't remember what it's called. It's not the live off, but
right. That was always the legend around that. It's one of those things. I say legend not to downplay it at all. It's just we don't know. It's always one of those stories about Tesla, that he had this technology that he had developed that could do that. I mean, he had the wireless electricity basically, which wasn't exactly what it was. I kind of feel that like it wasn't just ready for prime time, because basically he was grounding all electricity into the earth.
The earth.
So you would still need to ground something in the earth, and in the long run, that's electronically that's a problem, I think, in the long run, but which is probably why it didn't pan out. Still a good experiment, and that's something, you know, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, you're going to have to do these physical experiments to discover these things. So
did you watch the episode where they tested that on Skinwalker Ranch? The transferring, like they actually were able to power like a flashlight, right? Or something on one side is like a light bulb on one side, you know, just without really having anything except for the conductivity of the soil.
Yeah.
So that's where it makes you think it's like there's something about that soil that's different.
Well, then
so I don't know. What did you think about that? I don't know if you guys thought that was like.
Well, I didn't think
cool
I wasn't sure. I thought it was very cool. But then when you watch Blind Frog Ranch and they talk about the iridium that's in the soil, then I'm kind of like, well, they're right next to each other. Is there some sort of a connection? I don't know the conductivity of iridium, but it had weird electromagnetic properties. And so I see you smiling. I know you didn't like the show.
Wait, is Blind Frog on Discovery also, or no?
Yes.
It's on Discovery as well.
It's very different. But I like it. They're like, I don't know. They're just kind of like.
I'm gonna binge watch that one because I'm a
problem.
Skinwalker Ranch. I've never watched this.
You haven't?
I need to binge. I'm binge watching before Utah.
Did you all watch?
I was going to say we can watch them the next
You're going to meet all these people, so you should watch the show for sure.
Absolutely, we're going to watch a show.
We'll watch it in the car. I have Discovery Plus. I'll put it on in the car.
I know, binge watch in the car.
I'm worried it's going to end up like Oak Island, where they
10 seasons of nothing.
Yeah, it's like you get led on, and you think it's going to get better.
Good. It's still good. I mean,
to be
I'm
honest,
like,
I've been a big fan of the Oak Island show for a long time.
Me too.
Even as a little kid, I remember it wasn't the reference that they have in the show, but there was a different book that I had of, you know, Unsolved Mysteries of the Unknown or whatever it was, you know, those compilation kind of things you find in a kid's library that included the Oak Island mystery, you know, of digging down every 10 feet. There were planks, and then there was a weird placard that had mysterious writing, and there was a treasure, and blah, blah, blah. So that was always in the back of my mind. And then when the show popped up, it's like, no way. I remember that when I was a kid. So there was that nostalgia factor and all that. There is a bizarre element of discovery with it that the big thing, and again, if you want to play into that, it's all fake and it's all TV and whatever, I get it, because it does seem odd.
That's what I was laughing at.
That last year they just happened to say they had, you know, they bring on like this super scientist guy that seems to glue everything together, that they did like water testing for all the holes they've already dug in the pit, in the money pit area, and they've determined that there is, because gold doesn't really
it's not water soluble.
Basically, yes, it doesn't break down as quickly as like
yeah.
silver or copper, other metals. But that's one of the allures of why gold is valuable throughout history, is because it doesn't break down like that. But they discovered a ton of silver in that water. When they took water samples from all the different holes they've already dug, there's truckloads of silver down there. They had another test. It's like, well, it'll also do for gold. It won't be as accurate. And they found a shit ton of gold down there as well. So there is treasure down there under the ground somewhere.
But where?
But it's a matter of, you've got.
Was there one on this week? If there was, I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't watched the one that was on, because it's on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, right? So there should be one. Ooh,
I haven't watched the latest one.
Well, it's like, I just think they're trying to spread it out and milk it for as much as they can.
Of course. So what do you guys think it is? What do you think it is? Is it the Templars? I hope it's the Templars.
There's a lot of indications that, and that's actually the last couple of years, it's not that they've found, priceless treasures, but they have found a lot of historically important things they didn't know that these peoples were here as late as like the 1400s, or I should say as early as the 1400s, all the way up until 17, whatever it was, when the three kids found the thing in the original thing, when it all started.
1795, I think it was.
So, that sounds right. It's somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think it's already gone. I think that one guy they said that was a slave that bought his freedom and built the house. I think he got it. I think he got it all.
But that stuff is in the water still, so
would that still be in there? It wouldn't still be in the water, I would think. But I do feel like, because there's actually been a few legends and tales about that's actually how the Americans funded the Revolutionary War, was to go up there and dig up a lot of that and sell it all off and things like that. That's the thing, is when you've got this age-old murky mystery time frame of an event that you can attribute to anything. There's a lot of odd curiosities that do seem to point towards Templars for sure. There's a lot of pre and even during and post American Revolutionary War time frame stuff that happened that could attribute to, there may not be anything left there, or at least a large portion of it was swiped out of it. It sounds like, for whatever reason, Oak Island for a period of hundreds of years was this mysterious deep secure deposit spot kind of thing for everybody's illicit treasures. It's that you can, all your stolen stuff will be safe here, kind of a thing, for whatever reason. I don't necessarily go as far as to think that there's Shakespeare's ancient writings, or the Ark of the Covenant, or any of that stuff.
You're saying like the island for the Black Sail show,
right? It doesn't get. I don't believe that. I do believe that there's probably a ton of silver and gold from all of the ancient Spanish fleets that went and raided throughout all of Central America and Mexico. I could easily see that, where they follow the coastline to avoid the storms and then take that last jump across the Atlantic to make it over to Europe, that kind of a thing, rather than going direct, because they lost so many ships. They still find the metal detector guy on that show, Gary. He has a place down in Florida where he goes out almost every day and metal detects on the beach, and he finds stuff all the time that's constantly
Bobby Dazzler.
From all of these wrecks that have crashed just a few miles off, and every time there's a storm, it churns everything up and it pushes all up onto the land. And guys go out. Have you seen some of the stuff he's found? He's got these giant rock rings and pendants and stuff like that, that it's just laying there in the sand for someone to find. There's a few inches under the thing. It's like, are you kidding me?
Well, they have a spin-off now of Oak Island, Beyond Oak Island. Have you seen that one? Where they
I've seen a
go
little
around.
bit of it,
I've seen it. I haven't seen all of them, but
that's where they started Skinwalker Ranch. They tested it there, right? And then they moved it to its own show. I think
don't know,
season 1, there's an episode on there about Skinwalker.
Skinwalker? Wow.
And it shows the guy who owns it now.
Yes. Oh, Brandon Few. Yeah. The brothers. Oh, yeah. He's talking about. Are you talking about the Vieira brothers, Nino? The Vieira brothers talking about the Giants.
Oh yeah, the brothers.
Structures. Yeah.
Those guys.
Those
Well,
guys.
the ones that are good are the ones I like. Is like there was the Zodiac, the Hunt for the Zodiac.
Yes,
Zodiac
that was
like-
so good.
Mm.
That
And
was
then like
so good.
deciphering the code with the computer, and then American Ripper. That
Yes, that was
did
good
you see that
too.
one?
Yeah,
You-
of course. I
You
see
like the
everything.
true crime type shows.
Yeah, so that's what I was into before I saw what I saw, right?
Yeah.
And so what's cool about H.H. Holmes was when they, and I hope I'm not spoiling, it's been out for a while, so if I'm spoiling this,
yeah.
that's your
Been
fault.
out for years, yeah.
So they dig down into his grave. They find his great grandson gives him permission, right?
Mhm.
So he digs out the grave, and the casket's empty. It's empty, and then they pull the casket up, and then there's another concrete slab they have to break through with a casket and a body inside. And he requested that because he just wanted to mess with people all the time. He's like,
Fucker, even
he was
a
such
man.
a con man that,
Huh.
and he was that was a crazy dude. He had the murder castle.
Yes. That didn't they have like a body shoot or something that like went
Yeah,
to the
what?
basement?
Yep.
Like
Yeah, there's
so
a body
crazy.
shoot.
Yes.
There were stairs that go to nowhere. So you go to the top of the stair, it just goes to the bottom of the ceiling, and you'd open a door that'd just be bricks. He had pipes going to it that give you gas.
Yes.
He, like
like the
and then he had little
Winchester house.
peepholes. He had little peepholes so you could see every room and
Dude,
watch
it's
them
creepy.
from behind the
Ooh.
wall. And
Yeah.
he built it by I you could tell this is what I really was into before UFOs. So he would he built it, and he would hire a contractor to build one aspect of the castle, and then he would fire him. And then this guy would build the steps, and then he'd be fired. And the next guy would be like, "Hey, I don't want these steps here. Just put a floor over it." And he would do that nonstop. And then he never actually paid for anything because he was constantly taking life insurance out on people, killing them, and then he'd take their bodies and strip them down to skeletons, sell them to the universities and the doctors' offices as cadaver bones for medical purposes.
Wait, okay, hold on. Which place are you talking about, buddy?
This is Chicago during the first World Fair,
Uh-huh.
and it was the guy's name was H.H. Holmes or Herbert Webster Mudgett was his real name.
H.H. Holmes. You'll hear him.
But what
you'll hear him
was
refer to-
the mansion? Because I've been to one that
it's-
makes no sense
well,
whatsoever,
murder-
where it's like
they-
stairs go up into nothing, and it's
Well,
like
it could be
Right.
the Winchester
but
Mansion too.
that's
Well,
the one
yeah,
that I'm
exactly.
thinking about. The
Because
Winchester.
they
yeah.
tore down the murder castle, and now it's a U.S. post office.
Oh, really?
Really?
That's
Wow.
so crazy.
Strange thing to put
So
up there.
crazy.
Right. So it's a U.S. post office, and where the basement was, where he burned all the bodies and all that, is actually in the front yard of the post office that was never excavated yet. And they tried to get permission to dig it, but the federal government denied them permission.
I was going to say now it's government property because you
Mhm.
know why? They're trying to suppress it, man. No, I don't know. I'm just
because
kidding.
because Paul was in the basement telling
It's
him
the
what to do.
man.
Man, it's the government. It's the government.
Government.
The government, the Smithsonian, the hiding everything.
But that's why I like Unsolved Mysteries is what I grew up watching for this stuff.
Yes.
And
Those are
that dude, I
classic,
would have
though.
nightmares with that guy's voice narrating like the worst moments of my
Robert
life.
Stack, yeah.
Yes.
And
weird,
that will
creepy
scare you.
music, yeah.
If you ever hear that dude talk, for this for everybody watching, if you ever hear that guy talking behind you, just run.
Yeah, for
Just
real.
go.
For
If you
real.
hear that voice, because something's bad about to happen.
Simon says, "Nice, mowed the lawn, and you're still
Yeah, I
going
know.
strong." Yes. Put us together. We can talk about anything for hours.
Yeah.
For hours, kid. Hours.
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 Speaking of
I can't do
speaking
the
of
accent like
Massachusetts
that.
accent, Caitlin is coming to Massachusetts, who I did Paranormal Spirits with.
Oh,
She's coming.
cool.
Yeah, she just texted me like while we're doing
cool.
this. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing this week?" I was like, "Why?" She's like, "I'm on a plane." I was like, "Oh my god,
That's so awesome.
she's coming up." I haven't
Very
seen her in a
cool.
while. I know.
Hey,
great.
Chris, what does that cereal box say behind you?
Colon blow?
Yeah, I'm smoking and I'm like, does that say what I think it says?
It does.
I don't know if y'all saw the look on my face. I was just
Got
like,
enough fiber.
Colon blow.
It's got. Did you know that it would take over 30,000 bowls of your average oat bran cereal to equal the fiber content of one bowl of colon blow?
You should be like the UFO QVC person.
Hi, everybody. I got a lava lamp.
It's from an old SNL bit.
Yeah, I bought it at the NBC store in New York.
They were selling that at the NBC
Yes,
store.
I bought it at the NBC. I remember it was like that and Oops, I Crapped My Pants T-shirt, which then I decided that I really couldn't wear anywhere. Because you can't.
No.
My son was old enough to read, and I couldn't really wear it at home, and I couldn't wear it to the store. So it was kind of an epic fail to buy an Oops, I Crapped My Pants T-shirt.
Oh my god! I should get you. There's a liquor store in it's in Salem and Peabody. We pronounce everything weird here. It's Peabody. But it's pronounced Peabody. Yeah, Peabody. But anyways, it's called Bunghole Liquors, and the name of the store, Bunghole Liquors, and they have shirts.
Did Bree and Jamie just show up? Are we on butt stuff? What's going on?
I know.
Hey.
There was one shirt that I think I got that one, and it's like my daughter. I gave it to she's 18, almost 19. It's not like inappropriate. I mean, it still probably is, but it says something like Bunghole Liquors. If you don't like it, turn the other cheek. Which
ooh, smart.
Their shirts are awesome. They're awesome.
It really does sound like something I would make up, to be honest. So
it's a thing. You can even hold on. I think you can even buy them online.
I have no shame. I would do it.
Oh my god, they're amazing. Here we go. T-shirts, glasses, keychains. Here we go. All right, I'm not lying. Let me show y'all.
What is it?
Hold on. Let me get it. There we go. Bunghole Liquors. T-shirts. Let's see.
Bunghole.
Novelty
Novelty T-shirts.
Yeah.
Come get your Bunghole T-shirts.
So don't drink that when you're on the show Hot Ones, because it's going to be a bad morning.
We're not number one, but we're right up there.
Oh, but that's where the sound effects would be good.
Oh my god.
Love that. I got it on the.
Oh, here it is. This is the one that I had. Don't like it. Turn the other cheek. Yeah. Bunghole Liquors.
Okay, these are cute.
Yeah.
What is that one? I
got it in the bunghole.
In the bunghole.
So you know what a bunghole is? The the little opening on a casket or whatever. What are they called? The big things. What is it? Cask. Yeah.
The barrel that you age whiskey and stuff in, and it's got an opening on it. That would be the bunghole.
Oh,
yeah. Bunghole is
I
not a
did
dirty
not
word.
think that.
Yeah.
I thought it was something totally different.
Oh, that one just has the logo.
And I was ready to buy the T-shirt based on that definition.
Oh, for sure. Oh, well, they play off of it, obviously.
I have no shame.
Right. Oh, I had one too. Tell me which one you want. I'll bring it for you.
Oh my god! Look at that. That's hilarious.
Oh, they got hats. I love
Bunghole. I love.
Yeah, they got hats. Wait, what is this one? Bung equipment, inactive wear for the casual drinker.
Inactive wear.
Inactive wear. Awesome. Very specific.
Look at the girl. She's just like, oh my god, I can't believe I have to stand here.
I always wonder about the actors and actresses that have to pose with these ridiculous clothing on.
Well, I think most of
them.
She
didn't care.
She's just like, oh dear.
She's
God,
proud. She's like, oh my god.
Well, I think these ones here.
My life come to.
I think these are just generic actors wearing a black shirt, and then they just Photoshop.
Maybe I think though she still has that look on her face, like I've made some horrible decisions.
Because she has no idea. Yes. She's like, what is going to be on the shirt?
How in the YouTube algorithm did I end up here?
That's awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's amazing. So yes, there's Bunghole Liquors in Salem.
The YouTube algorithm that I wind up with this Bunghole T-shirt modeling. Bunghole.
Bunghole Liquors. She's just like.
Now I'm holding the cap. I hate my
This
life.
is what I have to do to not live in the street.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, is I get the giggles.
Chris is gone. She's gone.
I'm gonna get Chris a Bunghole Liquor shirt that she can wear at the conference next to Travis Taylor.
I need like a fashion strategy.
A fashion strategy.
Well, see, you get a shirt
for
like
the
that. That's a
conference.
conversation
It's like,
starter.
what is the shirt gonna say? Is it gonna be like a conversation piece? Will he be like, whoa, why are you wearing an oops, I crap my t-shirt? You know, my crap my pants t-shirt. I won't do that. But you know, it's like the statement needs to
I'm
make a
telling you,
statement.
bunghole liquors is something that will get people talking.
Fashion strategy or fashion tragedy. That's
Right.
His
Yeah,
name
either
his
or.
name is Cheech.
Cheech.
Look at that
Aw,
Cheech. Let's
he's
see
so
Cheech.
cute.
Oh, look at that cutie.
He's so cute. Is he a puppy or is he?
Yeah, he just woke up. He's a boxer German Shepherd mix.
Got that
Oh my
line
God, he's
right
so
down the middle of the
cute.
eyes. That is amazing.
Look at the ears. The ears are like half the size
those
of
are
his
good.
head. Oh my God, they're so cute.
I got 3 of them. I got a husky.
Oh my gosh.
I got the little puppy you guys just saw, and then I got a German Shepherd wolf hybrid, 50-50, so it's legal.
Wow.
There's
Oh my
a
gosh.
law.
It depends on your
Yeah,
state.
there is. Yeah.
The state
Where's
does it.
Lulu?
Yeah. Against
Um,
she's. I think she's with Dave Hurley.
Yeah, but the wolf dog is the most
His boyfriend.
well-behaved dog out of all of them.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yeah, you wouldn't think so, but he is.
So cute.
But he
I bet he's
controls them. Like
beautiful.
if they get too rough, he breaks them up. It's pretty cool.
He's the alpha. Oh, I bet he's beautiful too. There's a wolf sanctuary right in my town. I've never been to it, but I always want to go to it, and I keep saying I need to go. Yeah, because some people do. They get them as pets.
Yeah.
And they're not pets. Yeah.
That's why I like
Let's
states
do
like
that.
most states are 50-50 because once you go over 50%, they get really
Yeah.
big. And then like even when he was younger, we had problems. He destroyed 3 sofas, like ate the arms off the sofas, right? 3 of them.
There's
my
something
God.
about furniture they hate. They always seem to eat it.
And then once he hit 3 years old, he went straight to like calm mode. And
Oh.
and it usually correlates. Like I've had a lot of dogs. Whenever you get a new dog and you introduce it to like a 2-3-year-old dog, it's almost like they're like, oh, I got to step up now because I'm not the youngest. It really seems like that.
Yeah. So cute.
And we got 3
Oh.
cats.
3 cats. Wow. So you have how many dogs? 3 or 4?
3. We
3
had
dogs
4.
and 3
We
cats?
lost Benji last month.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was a little blind. He was a blind wiener dog that I found.
Aw.
My wife
Is he a
found him
blind wiener?
outside her work. She was working in a hotel, and somebody just left their dog. No chip, no
Aw.
note.
Oh no!
And it was
Poor
Thanksgiving, so she brought it home, and he was this. Yeah, I got a cool picture of him.
Aw.
He liked
Cutie.
Whataburger fries.
Aw. Benji.
And he was a Star. I got a picture of him in Star Wars.
I can't believe people do that. People are dickheads.
Just abandon
Sorry,
their
guys.
pets like that.
I
yeah.
know. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Like if you can't take care of them, at least take them somewhere. Yeah, I agree, Kat. Yes, Kat said it perfectly. It's crazy. Oh, well, at least your wife found him and he went to a good family. That's good.
We had him for like 5 years, and he was 6 when we got him. They said they estimated he was 6. So.
Oh wow! Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. How old? God, I don't even know how old Lulu is now. Well, Ralphie, my Westie, who's the one who's got dementia and wears a diaper. He's old. He's got to be like 12 now, I think. He was keeping Dave. He woke Dave early. I slept right through it amazingly. I usually don't, but he kept waking Dave up. He was going under the bed, like what is it called when you do the military like crawl? Is it like it's got a weird name like Grundle or something? Or do you know what I'm talking
Army
about?
crawl?
Like through the what?
An army crawl?
Yeah,
That's what
like
we
where
used
you're
to
under
call
the nets, you see them in the mud, like crawling
Oh
through.
yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. But anyways,
whatever.
that's what Ralph does, like under the bed. So it's like under the bed. So he was doing that at like
Like
I
a
don't know,
Tremor.
3.
Like the movie
Yeah.
Tremor.
Yeah, I guess I slept right through it. But poor Dave Hurley kept waking up and he was like trying to like just he gets into weird things now. I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? What? He's just kind of like, let me see. And his new favorite thing is just to knock trash cans over. He's just like, just knocks them over. He's kind of a dick in his old age.
That's
like,
my
Is
puppy's
it
doing that now.
Ralphie? Poor sweet Ralphie.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he barks
Oh.
at nothing.
Here's Gus.
He's like,
Gus, come here.
he doesn't know what he's doing.
That's Jasper. Oh, I can just
Oh, we
move.
can't see
I got you.
Jasper. Jasper.
I got you.
I'm really sorry. My coworkers decided to go on a
Took out my
a
headset.
texting spree and my computer
still
kept
hear me?
going off. Yeah.
Oh, no. I didn't hear it.
Where is he?
Let's see. I saw a little bit of his head. He looked really pretty. Yeah, Ralph is asleep on the couch. He's going deaf too, so he can't hear me right now. Which is actually a good thing. Oh my God, Enzo disappeared. What happened? He evaporated.
Oh my God, I love Enzo.
Enzo.
Enzo, it's like, hello, goodbye.
I just need to answer a text. Just wanted to let you know.
Oh, okay. So you can't be seen answering the text. You gotta go incognito.
Yeah, what the hell? You can't.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
The puppy ran under my desk and took the cable and all my audio equipment with him.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm
So
so
like,
sorry.
as I got up to walk, I tried to stop him and I stepped on the cable of my headset and it yanked my head down.
Oh my God. I've had them do that to me too. Ralph, Dave says we need to see Ralph. Ralph is sleeping.
Yeah,
he's got
Dogface Boy said Lulu's got a boyfriend. We know Lulu's got a boyfriend.
She does actually have a boyfriend. Anthony's dog.
His name is Charlie. Enters
Mhm.
Charlie.
Charlie.
The secret boyfriend.
Secret love affair.
Charlie.
Poor Charlie. Oh.
So that's
Oh my
the
God, look at how
cute. Oh my God.
Oh, they're
That's
so
the puppy.
cute.
Hey.
Oh, love the puppies.
Very cool. Which
Yeah.
reminds me, I have to go give my puppy her medicine for the evening because my husband's not back home yet.
Oh no.
He hasn't
Yeah.
gotten home yet, and my dogs are like, we need
They're
stuff.
like, hello.
I'm having my medicine right now.
There you go. Enzo's having a good night.
Enzo is self-medicating. He
Cat-
does not need anybody to give him his medicine.
That's
Cat said,
right.
I wear a diaper.
Cat like Ralph, Cat too wears a diaper.
Did she say that?
Yeah, if you go through the back
Oh,
of the
Stuart
chat.
says he's on his way. Stuart's on his
Okay,
way.
good.
On his way.
Yay!
Hey, Stuart.
Stuart to the
How
rescue.
far away, buddy?
Yeah. Give us the updates. Come on, Stuart. We need to
Come on,
know.
let's do this. We
Charlie
need to know
and Lulu
exactly.
sitting
I'm
in
gonna
the
have to check.
tree.
Yes,
Like,
Charlie
Hey, we've
and
been out here for
Lulu.
2 hours.
Like Chris doesn't have the block by block tracking thing like some kind of CSI.
Of course I do, but right now
like,
my work
it's
is
just
lighting
a
me
trick.
up on my phone. I can't track
So
it.
funny.
But I think
That's all right. We've been going for like 2 hours.
On my
I'm getting the
S4
same- I'm getting
phone.
the same thing.
My gosh, I need something. All right. Well, we've been going for over 2 hours, anyways, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with me on my birthday. It's been awesome hanging out
Happy
with
birthday.
you. Thank you. It was so fun.
Finish your evening. Go have fun.
Thank you.
It was so great. Thank you for having us and
Thank you for
sharing your
being
birthday
on.
with us.
Oh, thank
Oh.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for being
love
here.
you.
Thank you for everyone who was on with us earlier, too. It was so much fun. I can't believe it. We still got like 17 stragglers hanging on. Yes.
I know.
Yes.
They came, they
loyalists.
left, they came back. Dogface
Right?
Boy mowed the lawn.
Aw.
Cat,
Thank you,
I don't know
Cat.
what
I love
Cat
you
was doing.
Because
too.
we're
Back.
Thank
freaking
you,
captivating.
Stuart.
That's why.
Thank
Right.
you. Oh, my
Love you
gosh. Thank you,
guys.
guys. Thank you, guys. All right. Should we play Ripples on out?
Ripples.
Of course.
Take us
Yeah.
home, Ripples.
All right. Let me get it. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Love you. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.